Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Good morning.
Yo, I didn't hear the whole tap in. Tap in. Good morning. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover legends. Good morning. Michael, Shawn, J Black, Shawnee Sky, Sexy Mo. We're in the building. Happy Monday. We are back on a Monday morning. I hope everybody had a good weekend.
Good morning.
Mute.
Good morning.
I got it. I see it. Relax. All right. So my microphone has a short in it. So just in case everything shorts out, everybody relax. It'll be all good. It'll come back and grab me a new microphone. So let's check in on everybody's weekend this weekend, how everything went down. J Black, how was your weekend? How did everything pop off?
Good weekend. When wifey got to get out for a little bit, little date night, little all white party. First time that I can remember me ever going to an all white party, wearing all white. It's a fragile situation when you wear all white. It's real fragile. You got to be careful of.
You went to an all white party with me. What are you talking about? With Michael Bivens. Yeah.
But I had on black. I was disrespectful. I didn't follow the rules. Remember, I said because I'm J Black, so I could pull it off. I was really disrespectful.
I think I got pictures that say you were wrong, but
I do. I got on black. I got on a black shirt. I remember that very clear. It was Mike Bivens. It was you. It was Ronnie DeVoe. Yeah, we were all hanging out. I remember because in the photo I had on a black shirt. It was disrespectful of me.
Yeah, my last white party I had a black shirt on too.
Yeah, I feel like that's so disrespectful.
But it's not disrespectful. I had on white pants. I had on a white jacket. I had a black
Happy Monday, Jeanette. Happy Monday. Good morning, Kathy. It is just the rules are the rules. You're supposed to wear all white. You ain't supposed to wear black at an all white party.
It's not disrespectful. Like, first of all, wearing all white. Let me tell you about wearing all white. And I'm doing an all white party with Rodney Perry comedy show September 4th at Tyler, Texas.
Yeah.
First of all, you can't unless you buy the all white together. Your whites never match.
Yeah, mine didn't match. I noticed it in the photo. I was like, "Oh, that's two different shades of white."
And it gets a little redundant because you can't match all your whites. You can buy brand new white pants, brand new white shirt, brand new white jacket, and they're all different whites.
Snow white, creamy white, bright white. Yeah, it's different variations of white. Yeah.
So the white party. So the white party you were at, where was it?
It was in New Jersey, in South Jersey, Morristown, New Jersey. And actually they had Randy, our magician friend, got them to book Randy for the event. So he wowed everybody with a lot of magic. Did a lot of magic I didn't see him do before. So I felt like, ooh, I love magic. And I'm still trying to figure stuff out. Like how?
Yo, you were like, really? You a fanboy. You were literally a fanboy over magic.
Yeah, call it. Yeah. So shout out to Randy, shout out to Wifey and everybody. The white party was fun. It was different. Sit down, they serve you. I didn't know what fork to take, what plate for the hors d'oeuvres, because I'm a little hood at times. So I didn't know the etiquette. So I was like, wait, do you use the little plate for the hors d'oeuvres? Like, what is going on? Like, so yes, call me ignorant.
Once I get there, I'm bored. Once I get to you got to pick the food, you got to pick the fork, and you got to work in or work out. Once that happens, I'm done.
Yeah, that's what they say. You're supposed to work in to out or out to in.
I'm done at that point. Just let me eat.
Yeah, just give me a darn fork.
White people. Listen, it's white people stuff. It's just white people stuff. When you got to start working from in to out or out to in simply because an appetizer comes or the soup comes or what, then it gets too then it's no fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are we having fun here? I want my taste buds to be happy. And now you got to pick the right and the people who know it and the people who know the etiquette, they love it. It's like, I can't believe you don't know how to work in to out and out to in. You have no life. You have no life. The fact that you know this. Like, who took time out to know this? Just tell me. How about this? How about y'all instead of everybody? Because we have a situation where everybody wants to know more than the other person. See, in a normal circumstance, when you just have somebody go like, okay, grab this fork. and grab this spoon and grab this knife, and you could all work together. No, everybody wants to have the secret society where only certain people know. So what? You know what fork to get. So what?
You're not in this loop. They want you to.
And everybody acts like they're so much better than somebody else. Oh, I know how to work into outer. In actuality, if I use this fork on every single thing, it'll work. Except the soup. Except the soup. If I use this big ass fork right here, I can eat every single thing that comes out except soup. If it happens, I can use this for the salad. I can use this for the salmon. I can use this for the steak. I can use this for every single thing. And everybody's like, you got to know. You have to know. I've been around them bougie people. I've been around them bougie people. They smell different too. They got a little, what
They smell different.
They all smell different.
Bougie has a smell.
They got bougie has a smell, and bougie has certain conversations that you can't really get into. Bougie has a conversation that they want to keep everything based on what you do in your life, your stat. I'm not saying Jay Black was dealing with this at the white party, but bougie has that conversation where everybody has to, like, my tone right now would be totally frowned upon. And the word frowned upon is from y'all bougie bastards right there. Frowned upon. Right now, I'm too loud for the room. Right now, too loud. Just too loud. Just, what do you do for everything has to be in this tone? And guess what? It don't matter if they black, white, Hispanic, you bougie bitches are all the same. It don't matter what race you are. You like to talk as if like nothing, like there's no stress in your life and we're fine and everything's all good. Like your wife didn't go through your phone. Like, I don't care if you're worth, I don't care if you're worth $10 million. I don't care if you were 50, your wife still went through your phone. But nope, we're going to speak like this. And September 4th, the white party will not be like that in Tyler, Texas.
Hey.
No, it won't.
We are coming to just have an amazing time. Me, Rodney Perry, Lamar Jones, get your tickets. Is going to be something so ridiculous. Nice. I'll tell you right now. And if your whites don't match, who gives a damn if you're white? Oh my, don't nobody care if your whites match. That's why I got 2 jackets that are white, and I got these one pair of pants, and whatever I wear, the shirt, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. So make sure you understand what's going down. Sexy Mo, how was your weekend?
It was long. I was playing nurse / mom / whole bunch of roles. The Kiss It Better. I was the Kiss It Better person this weekend.
I'm gonna just let that. No. Because you're talking about your son.
Yeah, I'm talking about my son.
I'm gonna be very mature.
I wasn't kissing anything else better.
No. Don't even talk about that. Act like I didn't say that. Son, back to your son. Go ahead. Back to your son.
Yeah, no, he had a procedure on Friday, and the anesthesia. They give you different anesthesias for different procedures, and this one I think was a little too heavy.
Oh,
because. Yeah, he had some good sleep. He had some good sleep. They couldn't.
Good morning, Stephanie.
Bring him out. They couldn't make him get up.
Oh God!
So we was there for a while. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God! Well, how is he now? How is he today?
You know what? That anesthesia is a powerful drug because
yes,
he has been real just relaxed, and now he's like, will I ever get my appetite back?
Oh wow!
Will I ever, I was like, oh,
that's a lot.
Yeah, he was Saturday. He was just like, I think I'm just gonna lay down.
Still in his system.
I think it was just real. I was like, you high? Just go ahead in there. I'll fix you something to eat.
Wow.
Go ahead. You still high?
Damn. Okay. All right. Good morning, Afro. What up? And Shawnee Scott, how was your weekend? How'd everything go?
It was long. I had to work. I was in Tyler for the weekend. We got back at like 1 a.m. and I'm here. But I got a question. I need some help because, I got to leave and take the kids to school.
Right.
So my daughter tells me on the way after I picked her up from school, the baby girl, she has a pair of Jordans, of 4s.
Mhm.
And I need to know how to handle this situation when I go up to the school so I don't end up in jail. But the school is from kindergarten all the way up to high school. She's in the 6th grade. So when I dropped them on Friday, she's standing out there with the kids waiting to go in the door. And a high schooler comes up to her and asked her about her shoes, a little boy. And she, told him, yeah, they're the 4s. He asked her, what size are they? She told him what size. Then he told her, I'm going to take your shoes off. And another person came and told him, leave them kids alone. And so when I drop her off this morning, I want to get out the car and go talk to the little boy.
Point him out.
Who is it?
Did you talk to the school yet?
No, not yet. Because she just told me Friday. She just told me when I picked her up. It happened Friday, and she just let me know when I picked her up. Or I'm gonna send her to school with her stun gun, and I'm telling you go light him up, and ain't nobody gonna ever say that to you again. I promise they don't. But I don't want to tell her
alternatives. Yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah, Mike, we're gonna throw the ball to you.
Hey, they can't be bullied.
Because I'm not there yet. I'm still on the petty phase. I beat you, your mom, your sister, your cousin, your auntie. So over my kids. So go ahead, Mike. You're the rational.
I'm the wrong one to ask because my freshman year, after I got into all the drama, and my dad sent me to school with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
See.
And I know that was wrong.
He sent you with a poker.
Yeah, he sent me with a straight, like the joint that you just flick out.
Oh, that's the old school.
With the push the button and it pop up.
Yeah, and I would just honestly, I think you're just gonna have to make a big. It's so particular because now you got to go to the principal. You got to make a big stink about it. She has to tell the principal who the person
point them out.
Now you got to point this person out, and now they're gonna say that this kid really wasn't.
He was playing.
He was playing.
No, ain't no high schooler playing with my little girl.
And then I'm saying what they're gonna say, and then you're gonna have to make a big consistent stink about this, and then we do have to see his face. Like we do have to, they always try and keep the parents away from seeing it, but your daughter knows what his face looks like and knows what he looks like and knows who he is. So she might have to take a little pic of him so we know. Look at this, so we know what this little boy looks like, because that whole I'm gonna take your but and on the flip side, if you say this to the principal and say somebody claimed that they were going to take my daughter's sneakers, then the police have to get involved, which is good to put the fear of God in that boy, to let them know that this is the dude that said he was going to take my daughter's sneakers. I'm not saying I got all the right answers, Shawnee.
Okay.
Like for real, but my thing is,
out of jail and trouble. Yeah.
Because Stephanie said if I go talk to the kid, I'm a jerk, and I was ready to be a jerk. And
because
you can't confront a kid.
Tell me you gonna take these shoes. Tell me that. Tell me that.
Yeah,
but
tell me you gonna take my shoes. I got the Jordan 4s on too, crispy.
Yeah,
but see that's
over there. They crispy. You want these? go ahead.
Because the thing that's gonna happen is that he's gonna say something slick, and then what's gonna happen is that you're gonna reach out and touch somebody.
I'm gonna get her little cousins to go kick his butt.
Yeah. So like little cousins and stuff like that.
Unfortunately,
yeah,
out to school with her cousins.
Like Shawn Robinson said, the key words are bullying. You use the word bullying when talking to an admin.
Admin, they have to take it serious because every school has to have a bullying anti-bullying admin.
But the thing is, to add the criminal aspect of it, that they were gonna rob her. They said they were gonna. He was going to take.
And the value of those sneakers, it adds up to be a different level of a crime.
It adds up, and then that's what you have to do. Fortunately, if we do this by the book and we keep, at the end of the day, little boy can't get his ass whipped. But we want to make it so that he's profiled throughout the school, so they know the next situation that happens. You've already put the paper trail on there. You've already done everything you had to do. You've already talked to the principal. You've already caused a situation. And if your daughter can shed some tears on demand, that would be beautiful. If we bring her to the office, just saying. I'm just saying. And this is no laughing matter because you want to kill one of these kids for messing with your kids. And trust, me and Stacey have been in the same.
My bad, Stephanie. I thought you were saying that was a jerk for an adult. Like I
knew
you weren't saying, Shawnee, you're a jerk. I knew that.
Okay. Yeah.
And the flip side, good morning, Dave Burns. Good morning. I was sitting thinking the street smart side, we have to teach her, because when people start asking you too many questions, that's a red flag. Why are you asking me my size and this? Because I'm not even having that dialogue. But I guess as a kid, you just answering the questions. But the street smarts is, people start talking too much. Chill with the convo, because it's something going on.
Yeah, but then at the same time, it's a boy trying to be a bully. If it was another female, if it was another female who asked, I would have said, tell her they're your size.
Well, she has that too. She got a little girl bullying her too, and I didn't have to tell her, look, girl.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to shut this down.
Girl, talking about she changed her hair every day. I'm like, what? Girl, I said, I can't say on air what I told her to say to her. I told her, you got my permission to say
permission.
She'll back up.
It's just unfortunate when you're actually being a parent and you're actually raising your kids a certain way. I'm not saying we're raising them better than anybody else, but then you got kids who are watching their parents be what they are, and then they come to school with the same energy. So they got there is no respect factor. There is no organization. There is no structure. So they see a mom like you who actually takes part in their lives every single day, and you ain't got dudes running in and out of your house, and you ain't sitting there looking like a reality show. And every time you have to deal with a situation, you turn into that reality TV person. Say those parents. When we raise our kids a certain way, then they got to go to school with the other parents who, without people taking offense, but you can take offense, your hoodness and your ridiculousness. Now my kid got to deal with your kid being a miniature you. And I don't even mess with you. Like, I don't even deal with you. Like, I don't even talk to you. Like, I don't even deal with your baby father. Like, we don't, like, as you get older, you're like, I ain't got to do business with you. Like, I ain't even got to mess with y'all. Like, neither one of y'all, both of y'all lame asses will sit there and still be sitting there doing the crate Olympics.
Olympics.
And if anybody gets mad, I'm not doing crate Olympics. I watch it for entertainment, but I'm not doing the crate Olympics because I'm busy. I'm busy trying to pay a mortgage and car notes and stuff like that. I'm not doing crate Olympics. And
it's okay to say that you're too good for crate Olympics because
and you know what? Guess what? I know I can do the crate Olympics. Like, don't get it messed up. I know I could do the crate Olympics. I know I could do the crate Olympics. I know I can climb that. I get it. Shawnee, whatever you do, no weapons. All right, Kathy. All right, we know we got it. I think we got her. I think she knows no weapons. I know for a fact that if a weapon is found on your daughter, but she has to say that you got to bring that criminal part of it, that she was going to be robbed, daughter in school. Right. They will call you and tell you that she will be arrested and sent to juvenile detention. I've been through this. Oh yeah, I'm just telling you what. Yeah, the taser. We can't send a taser.
I mean, that's back in the day, back in Mike's day.
Yeah, but Shawnee can't. We can't give it a taser
these days. Yeah.
But
good morning, Mark. Good morning, team Queenborn. I saw that Queenborn.
But what she can't say is that she feels her daughter feels like she's in danger, and then we got to take it from there. And there's gonna be a whole year problem.
But back to those crate Olympics, that was interesting to me. So you've been watching it on IG. For those that don't know, people have been walking on crates, the height, and I guess is a new challenge.
What's your technique, Mike? What would be your technique to get from the top? It looked like they struggle when they get to the step before the top.
Shawn said, "Yo, I love the crate Olympics, entertaining, laugh out loud." Mike, you cannot do the crate Olympics, but I will watch.
I got
$1,000.
Mike, there's no way you could do the Crate Olympus without falling. I've watched enough of them to see.
First of all, number one, they put the crates in the grass, right? If you notice, they're never on cement. So
that's part of the challenge.
No, but the balance is off. That's why you got to be part of building the crates. And you got to make sure that the foundation of the crates are dug deep into the grass. So they're stable. The first level are the most important ones. They're the stable ones. Then when you place everything, you're good because you have the foundation is stable, just like life. The foundation is stable. If you watch the dude who actually rolled a blunt.
Yeah, Shawn just said that.
He rolled a blunt. If you watch how poised he was and realize that, first of all, if a crackhead does it, they have no balance. Their ankles ain't strong. Their calves ain't strong. They're crackheads.
And ain't it strategy? You should be stepping in the dead center.
It's not even a dead center. Every step has to be balanced. You have to have 50% of your balance of your weight on both of them. So if you watch the guy with the blunt, who was super relaxed, he took the strategy of I'm relaxed. Boom.
Right. It's official. September the 4th. Mike is doing a crate challenge September the 4th at the comedy show.
First of all, I'm not spending 99 cents on 34 crates. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is remarkable that this is what we have time for to get. Look at the pyramid of crates.
You challenges. I think you should do it because I know you're gonna fall. It'll be funny.
Mike, don't let J Black hype you up for this.
That's a good post right there. That would be a good Michael Shawn. The epic collapse and fall.
At this point in your life, falls hit differently. They hit that body differently. Don't do it.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I only get credit for DUIs that I lost. Right? That's all I get credit for. Right? The ones I lost. Nobody will ever give me credit for the 10 that I passed when they said walk the line.
Walk the line.
Nobody will ever give me credit for the ones where the line was perfect and they were pissed. Because back then you could turn down the breathalyzer and be like, I'm not breathing. So give me this. Give me the one where I do the nose. Go ahead, shine the light in my eye and spin it real fast. Because that's what they do. They don't just shine the light in your eye. What they do is they shine it and they spin it back and forth really fast. So you just got to go and you just got to look directly into one spot. Then you do that. Then they do all that. And what do? They never make you do the line first. They make you do everything else. So you're all discombobulated. Nobody ever gives me credit.
A sober person can't pass that. It's hard for a sober person to pass that.
But nobody ever gives me credit for the 10 when they were around me and they were mad as hell when I walked that line so sick. I walked that line so sick that I was talking. I'm like, this line is not a big deal. Guys, I've been trying to tell you. Here go the arm.
Here we go. And I noticed Jeanette said about the weight. I wonder if that matters. But go ahead. So you walking the line, you back?
Yeah, so I'm walking the line. You keep your arms out. And as you're walking, one foot in front of the other, slow, balance is 50-50. And you go like, guys, I don't know why you're wasting your time with me. I've been trying to tell you that I'm good. Like, I'm actually fine. All I'm doing is going home to the family. And then when you finish the line, they're like mad as hell. They're pissed. I'm surprised I didn't get my ass beat. And then... But with the crates, watch the guy with the blunt and how slow and precise he is with every step he takes.
Because I think when you get to the top, Mike, people tend to want to rush down.
Yes. That's when you really
noticing that, and that's when they mess up. It's like, okay,
everybody think they got the system. Y'all so corny. There's no way y'all doing it.
And they rush. Mike is on to something because they rush.
But when she gets the footage, you'll see.
Okay, this is the one with the guy rolling the blunt?
Yes, this is the guy rolling the blunt right now. I just want you to see. Here you go.
Rolling up the blunt. He said he too comfortable. He's too comfortable. Ooh. Look
at that bounce. Look, he didn't even put both his feet. That was a pull.
He's too comfortable. He's too comfortable. Oh, he rolling the blunt. Yeah! Finish that shit right there, guys. Finish that shit right there, guys.
Yeah. And he never panics when the crates move a little bit. He never panics.
Roll that shit. Roll that shit, cuz. Finish breaking up the weed. Yeah, he didn't go for that one. Cool said you going down. Cool said you going down. You fall with that weed, you know we can't fall out in the grass.
He's rolling the blunt.
He's rolling a blunt. And look, he has already got his whole situation steady. He didn't rush like Mo said. He's not rushing.
I noticed he stood in the middle of the crate, like I was saying, he was dead center.
But he only put 1 foot on each crate to go up. He only put 1 foot.
Yeah, that's all you really need.
Stop hating, bro. Stop with the dick rod shit, bro. We don't do that shit, bro. Just He just rolling and finishing the blunt. So when he come down, he gonna light it. That's all. Yeah.
One. Yeah. He never puts 2.
He waits until it stops shaking before he moves again.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing. Because once it wobble, you go. It's a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah, he rolling it on the crates, cuz.
He never puts 2 feet on one crate. Except at the end when he just gonna light it. That's Mike Shawn right there. That's me all day. That's me all day.
All right, Mark said he is sponsored. All right, it's official at the comedy show. Mike gonna do this. Mark gonna sponsor it. All I gotta
say is, Mark, I need to know if you're gonna get the Bengay just in case.
Oh no!
The biofreeze and whatever else to rub down his body.
If you fell, don't land on your shoulder, or Jay Black will give you tips on shoulder therapy.
Oh, funny! He gonna need some surgery. Yeah, he gonna need some rotator cuff surgery. Absolutely, Mike. There's no way you're not going to not fall. I'm just being honest. You're not that balanced enough to do what he did. Just it looked easy for you, but
it's not. It's not easy. You just gotta have.
You could tell.
You gotta have nerves of steel.
Okay. All right, Superman. I would love to see this. That I will fly in.
You see how I pause? You see how I pause right there? You see how I pause? You know what that pause is? That's life. That's life. When things get crazy, you pause and you stop. And you go like, let me think about this. I'm rolling my blunt. Yeah.
These crates a little shaky, but I'm just gonna sit here.
Yeah, life gets shaky. A little like this.
Weight?
Look, I bet you he weighs like probably 15 pounds more than me. It's right there.
And they said he has little feet though, so I guess you can't have big feet.
I got 9.
Who got little feet? The dude?
I don't know how you saw that.
Or Mike got little feet. I don't know. Maybe she's saying somebody got little feet.
Got no little feet.
Good morning, Ashley.
That dude is my size. We the same size. We perfect sizes. Our balance is amazing. I know it's doing that crazy. First of all, let's be clear, y'all. It's fun. It's fun. It's absolutely fun. But it's the most hood ridiculous thing that we it's the most hood Section 8 shit we've ever created, y'all. Like, we are amazing people. We are amazing people. But we have created something that's going viral. Not about civil rights, not against police brutality. We haven't done it on raising our women and protecting our women. We've had something go viral where we added a bunch of milk crates and made them into a little pyramid. It's absolutely amazing. But I will say this, like, it seems like the neighborhoods that are getting it, they're not really, like, it seems like everybody's working cohesively and everybody's good. Like, I haven't heard one gunshot go off. I haven't seen one fight after the crate debacle, because normally, but I did see the one ignorant kid who kicked the crates when the little crackhead was going up, and he got to the top. And the little boy kicked the crates, and that's why I said, see, that's self-hate. That's self-hate right there.
Disrespectful.
It's self-hate. It's self-hate. Jack, wait, what up? It's self-hate. So when you walk up and down the steps in your home, do you use two? It depends if I'm sober. I mean, and I've been sober since September 1st. So yeah, I use one foot. But if you've been drinking all night, like them steps can be vicious. Yes, you're right about that's all people doing. They just having fun. Yes, I want them to have fun, but I need us to, like, this is not going to be an Olympic sport.
And don't buy the dollar store crates. You got to get the ones from, like, behind the store, like the sturdy ones. Yeah,
in other words, you got to steal them. How about that? Ain't Ain't that a great foundation for a game that we're playing? Let's steal the crates from
behind
Tom Thumb,
store.
Pathmark. Don't get the Poppy.
The Poppy store ones.
Don't get the Poppy store ones. They might be shaky too.
Shaky records.
But yeah, like one step at a time. Now look at it when I'm one step at a time. Yeah, one. Yeah, I got a lot of steps in this place. Like not. Yeah. All right. So it's an Olympic sport. Do we have Sha'Carri?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have her? Speaking of Olympics, and y'all,
mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna let y'all after she went in there. Sha'Carri. First of all, we don't need to know how to pronounce the name because the Jamaicans just say behind us. That's her name.
Ooh, for those who don't know, what are you talking about?
The Jamaican team, her nickname is behind us. So she gets on there and she's had the whole turbulent situation where she didn't make the Olympics because of the weed. Mm-hmm. She's a star. And then she goes in there and they do a track meet. The Jamaicans are there, all the top track stars are there. And do we have the whole race or just her talking? So when she gets on there, she's rusty.
I can pull up her running.
Oh, so she raced the qualifier for the game. So she was running to see if she qualified for something. Right.
Yeah, but she
didn't qualify?
No, she was last.
Yeah, she was dead last. Here, let me
and
well, how many people make it? I mean, look, so
the Jamaicans, the good ones make it. The good ones make it. Because I know everybody in Dallas-Fort Worth is repping her. But let's run the race.
Okay, wait a minute.
You got the race too?
Yeah, because it doesn't take too much time to see what happens in that. I think it's like 9-10 seconds that happened when the gun goes bow, and then let me tell you something. Who shouldn't be played with on any track? I'm talking about a track that a rapper raps on. I'm talking about a track, a weave in your head. I'm talking about any track. Leave every Jamaican alone. Leave them. I don't know what goes on in Jamaica. I don't know what happens. I don't know what they're training. I don't know if they're doing sprints up a mountain. All I know is they are not to be played with. Leave them alone. All that. Look, I love America. I love being in America. I love the whole. Leave them. Okay, we're gonna watch this race.
Morning, Stacey. We're about to watch Sha'Carri. She's trying to race to qualify, and something happened.
And once again, why do you have that much wig and weave? I just don't get it.
Tell you that way you there.
I don't understand why. But go ahead, play. Go ahead. But the world thinking this is.
But Shelly ain't got all that hair in her head this time. She usually don't run with all that hair.
Somebody messed up.
Get up in there.
That she would be nervous.
So this is the 100, right? This is the 100. This is the quick one. Yeah,
it's called the one you lose. It's called the one you lose. It's called the one you lose. Ever called that one. I'll get mad at me if you want.
We put all our money in on her. She got to be good.
All these 10-7s never happened before.
It is a lot of pressure, though.
Yeah, they all got pressure, and they're off. And there's Jamaican first, Jamaican second, Jamaican third, Jamaican first, Jamaican second, Jamaican third, Jamaican first, Jamaican second, and then Chuck Chase last. Okay, now stop it right there. Now at that point, after all the fuss we made, of you not making the Olympics because smoking a blunt, at that point right there, you ain't second or third, you ain't fourth. You last. You dead last. You're last. This is what she says. After getting smoked. And I know Didi, love you, Didi. I know you're not going to say this because you can't say this on K104. I know you can't say it, but this is what you say after getting smoked.
Sha'Carri Richardson finishing 9th in the race, and she's with Lewis Johnson.
Sha'Carri, what was your expectation as you came out here today to face these ladies from the Olympic Games?
Coming out today, it was a great return back to the sport. I wanted to be able to come in before, having a month off, dealing with all I was dealing with. I'm not upset at myself at all. Because I'm here to stay. I'm not done. I'm the sixth fastest woman in this game ever. And can't nobody ever take that from me. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the people that won. But they're not done seeing me yet. Period.
All right. Thank you, Scary.
Thanks, Lewis, and we do apologize.
That's so funny. Shelly Ann walks by and she's like,
she's smiling at her because you sound like you should be doing the Great Olympics.
Not the real Olympics.
but Shelly Ann had all that hair. She usually don't run with all that hair. Shelly Ann said,
listen, y'all. Somebody made a good point before the Olympics. Her best time may not have medaled in the Olympics. Her best time against the Jamaicans.
When she was pointing and running.
Her best time may not have got her a medal. She might have edged out a bronze if she did her best. Sweetheart, this is the problem with the Instagram lifestyle and the social media lifestyle. All you had to do was say, I had a month off.
No.
And I didn't feel, I didn't feel right. That's it. Congratulations to these amazing women who just came off the Olympics dominating. You saying period means nothing, but you young folks think that you gassing yourself in front of a camera, you look ridiculous. You look ridiculous.
Choose but
sometimes that humility is amazing when you just go, you know what? I wasn't ready for this race. It's been a month
off. That though, right? You can't make excuses about being a month off and
that's not
month off. I got all this weed drama in the media.
You know what? An excuse is everything she just said. Her whole thing was an excuse. Everything I've been through. All you had to say was, I had a month off and I wasn't ready for this. These women are.
The better person won today. Congratulations.
She could have done anything and said, you're going to see me forever. First of all, sweetheart, no track star seen forever. There's only a few elite track stars. Edwin Moses, Carl Lewis, Usain Bolt, Florence Joyner. There's only a few track stars that you see forever that go to multiple Olympics. It's rare that you can hold it down for 8 years. It's these, and I feel bad for her because she felt like she had to do this and curse
on NBC.
On NBC.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, the old clip came up too hard, girl.
Your insecurities came off. You didn't get beat. You look like you weren't even supposed to be on the track with them.
And she had the middle lane. That's the fastest lane. Like the inside lanes, those are the fastest people.
Well, that's a straightaway though. That was a 100. That's a straightaway. There's
no same thing. They put them in the middle. The middle. The slower ones are on the outside, and the faster ones are in the.
For 100 is a straight. Yeah. So how you get an advantage in the middle versus on a 100?
Yeah, that's how they stack them. The people in the middle are the fastest, and the ones on the outside have the slower time. She should have been like in lane 7.
You embarrassed. What you did was you compounded everything. But in our community, Hispanic and Black people, we can't have humility and just humble and go like, I wasn't ready. That's it. Perfect example. Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest fighters ever, got his ass beat.
Handed to him.
You know what he said?
Oh, this weekend?
Yes, this weekend on Saturday. Oh. You know what he said?
He had to wear glasses afterwards.
He said he was the better man.
Not the glasses.
He said he was bigger. No, it happens to the best of them. You got to wear the glasses.
No, yeah,
he's 43. He's gonna be 43 years old. He's fighting somebody in his early 30s, and that man said he was just better
today.
Y'all can really, it's okay to say somebody was just better. Girl, it's not like you were close.
Yeah, no,
like somebody needs to grab you and say, sweetie, you weren't even close. Like technically, you shouldn't have been in the race if they would have known that was going to be your performance.
All right.
Like, shut up. Like everybody really thinks if you talk that ish, that makes you look better. No, if you're not in the running, them girls in Jamaica were looking at you like, what are you talking about? Like, we can race again right now, and I'll smoke you right now. We can race to the drive-thru at Wendy's, and you can get it. Like, how about I take my track shoes off? How about I put these flip-flops on? How about I put these slides on and I race you? I put these slides on and I race you. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to smoke you.
Not the slides.
Like, you got to respect. You like, show some respect to the competitors and just say, I'm going to be here. This ain't the last of me. Let's just say you're right. There's only a few athletes have been able to talk that. One of them is Muhammad Ali. You ain't Muhammad Ali. And guess what? Even Ali got humbled. Even he got humbled. Like, you got to slow down with this.
Yeah, Alison Felix, she just did that. She just won medals in the Olympics, but apparently Kathy said she just lost over the weekend too. So I guess you got your good days and your bad. And she's been around for a minute.
I guarantee
she's been doing it for 10 years. 10 years, this Alison. She's been doing it since.
She ain't coming last.
No, I don't know about that.
He ain't coming last.
A lot of people are saying though that she probably feels the pressure to say, or to big up herself.
Because the people around her are hood rats. Mm-hmm. Anybody with any track experience would be like, yo, before you talk, in any media experience, before you talk and you say what you're about to say, relax and give them credit. And she was like, yeah, they're great, but I'm going to be here. You're never going to get rid of Sweetie, you were last.
But I like her gangster a little bit, though.
I don't. See, that's a defense mechanism. Like, that's putting her walls up to protect herself. I'm pretty sure she was hurt over that loss.
But my thing is, this is what I'm talking about. I like her gangster. We like Tupac's gangster, and what did get him? Dead. Like, we like this. Like, it's something that we get attracted to. We go like, oh, that's so gangster what you did. What is the end result?
She needs a life coach. She needs somebody, some type of mentor or somebody to guide her. And even just groom, just like artists get groomed to learn how to speak, when they're interviewed, or learn what not to say and things. I think that she needs that person. She needs somebody.
You're passionate because just coming off the track. Yeah. You just knew you disappointed your sponsors that you just got that $1 million deal. All that money you just got. You just been through all the weed scandal. You're a little hype. You didn't practice right. You've been off for a month because of everything. You're upset, but you're thorough. You're better than that.
You're not.
She spoke up for herself. She's not going to put her head down and tuck her tail. So I get it. I like. Matter of fact, watch her.
But do you see? You're not thorough. This is what I'm saying. You're not thorough.
I was thorough. A month ago I was thorough, though, right? You were praising me a month ago.
Dog, you know what the best thing that happened to her was? That she didn't go to the Olympics. Because she would have got embarrassed. The best thing that ever happened was that she did not go to the Olympics. And people were saying this about her best time. Her best time ever wouldn't get her a medal.
Morning, Tam.
She might have made more money. She might have made more money not going to the Olympics than she would have if she would have went and got got embarrassed.
Jeanette says she's hood. She's going to always be. She's our Cardi B, and we know we embrace Cardi. They we accept Cardi. Like, she's
who embraces Cardi. Who
people love Cardi. They love the hood, the realness in Cardi.
But speak for yourself.
They do, and Sha'Carri is that same. Like, watch the interview again. She's upset. She just lost. She's in ninth. Let me watch.
Cardi sells records. If Cardi released the album that didn't sell and came in last. We have to remember, it's results, people. Talk that talk when you make something happen for real.
Sha'Carri Richardson finishing 9th in the race, and she's with Lewis Johnson.
Sha'Carri, what was your expectation as you came out here today to face these ladies from the Olympic Games?
Coming out today, it was a great return back to the sport. I wanted to be able to come in before, having a month off, dealing with all I was dealing with. I'm not upset at myself at all. This is one race. I'm not done. You know what I'm capable of. Count me out if you want to. Talk all the shit you want. Because I'm here to stay. I'm not done. I'm the sixth fastest woman in this game ever. And can't nobody ever take that from me. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the people that won. But they're not done seeing me yet. Period.
All right. Thank you, Scary.
Thanks, Lewis, and we do apologize for the colorful language from Shakira.
I felt her strength too, though, Mike. She's like, whatever, and I'm a wave. Hey, y'all ain't done. I like the gangster and the
That's
confidence
embarrassing.
in
That's embarrassing.
No, she shouldn't have done that. She needs somebody to work with her and coach her on what to say and how to
be humble when you take a L.
She said, She said, even her logistics are ridiculous. I'm the sixth fastest. There's only 3 medals.
I'm pretty sure she's going to work over the next 2-3 years. She's going to work with the team, the camp, to change her game up. I especially with the endorsements. I know this. They're going to.
Them endorsements just ran out.
Nah,
just ran out.
Not with one bad race.
Trust me.
Qualifier. Nah.
When you come in last, them endorsements just said you were cute. Number 1 is track, so the season is over.
No,
what are you?
over.
No, I'm just saying, but the Olympic season where you get these endorsements, what is she going to add? What do you think? Where are you placing her if you're Coca-Cola? Where are you placing her?
You know, we love good comeback stories, though. So
No. Where are we placing her right now?
She works for Nike. So she's hired by Nike. They're not probably going to let go of her because she still got to get through.
She's hot. She's still hot.
The rest of the season. Yeah, they're not finished.
She's a buzz.
Nike has dropped NBA players.
For losing one game?
In mid-season when they're like, you're not hot.
I think if anything, they would probably do it because of maybe her attitude and what she just did.
Oh, the cussing on national TV.
Oh, they just
national TV.
But just because she lost the race, no, because
it's not. It's not, Shawnee. You can't advertise something when you're last.
But it's just one race.
I can't put you. It doesn't matter. It's her first race after not making the Olympics.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
You had one bad comedy show because you were drunk. One bad comedy show.
Yes.
And you expect your sponsor to bail on you because you had one bad show.
No, but you know what? You have a storyline, and Sha'Carri has a storyline. So I don't think that they're going to be so quick-winded to write her off.
Sha'Carri was only known because she didn't make the Olympics. Over the weed.
No, she was known before that. She was known at LSU. Well, when she came out of Carter. Actually, when she was in high school at Carter, she's the fastest girl in Texas. She broke that at the Texas Relays.
Okay,
then she went to LSU and she broke records there.
So let's have the meeting now. Let's have the meeting. So let's have the meeting. So guys, we're giving this girl how much money she's gonna sell. What is she selling for us? Where are we going with this? Like, tell me where.
He's telling a triumph story, a comeback story. I really feel like she's gonna, guys. I think we should keep putting a little bit more money into her. Keep the contract, guys.
Okay,
Shawnee, what do you think?
Oh, whoa!
You're in
No! Wait! We gave, and then because I'm the head of the board, and I go, we gave her an endorsement deal. Mm-hmm. And the reason why we gave it to her is because we thought that she was going to go to the Olympics and we were going to get our money's worth. Come to find out, the person that we gave this contract with failed a drug test and couldn't go to the Olympics. The biggest Super Bowl of all, there's nothing bigger. There is no LSU. There is no track meet in America. And what you're telling me is that we put all this money into her. And we got nothing in return.
Actually, some of them look at the world races bigger than the Olympics.
Johnny, there's nothing bigger than the Olympics.
I'm just telling you, Dave.
I'm just letting you know NBC spent $4 billion to get the Olympics. There's nothing bigger. Like, strategically, as a track runner, you're gonna think the world is probably like more intense. But advertising, if I own Nike, when's the last time the world track meet was held on NBC and in 4 different channels for 2 weeks? I don't even know when they're broadcast.
I don't know when it's coming on this year, but that might have been the qualifier for it.
Okay, so now we didn't get the Olympics. So go ahead, Shawnee, your turn to go. And I got to pee
I don't
so
think
bad, y'all.
we should give
And
up on her just yet. I think we need to get someone with her so we can work on her presentation, how she speaks. And if now, we'll give her one more chance. If she can't do it after this, then she got to go.
Hey, Shawnee, Miss Scott. I'm sorry, I wouldn't call her Miss Scott. If we gave her a drug test right now, do you think she'd pass? Would you bet your job on it?
No, I wouldn't bet my job on it. However, consumption of marijuana is legal in some states. So, did she commit a crime doing it?
No. I want you to know she didn't make the Olympics because of it. Will you bet your job that the next big event, you said the world track, will you bet your job that she will pass those tests to compete and promote our product?
Not your job, but you'll bet money. You bet money.
No,
I bet money.
I bet some money.
I'm not Mr. Black. Nobody spoke to you yet. You'll have your turn. Nobody spoke to you yet. Because this $1 billion company wants to know if you're willing to put your job on. You're willing to put your job up to bet that she will pass the drug test for the next big event.
No, I will not put my job up, but I do think that we should give her another chance.
Do you think her what she's done deserves the money we paid? She deserves the money we paid her.
Well, she's been going to training and working out, so yeah, she just
No. I want to know, do you think her performance in these races that count, not practices? I'm not talking to you, Mr. Black. She didn't make the Super Bowl of the Olympics. She didn't make the Super Bowl, and then her first race, she's lost. She finishes last. Do you think she has actually earned the money that we paid her?
Yes, she has.
How? I want you to know how.
The other ladies were able. Well, the other ladies are coming off a high. They already did well at the Olympics. I'm pretty sure their training stepped up a little bit, whereas hers didn't.
So where
did she have a couple things that happened in her life that probably mentally, took her out of the game for a minute. So I think she should have another chance.
No, I didn't ask what has she done to say she deserved? What has been the actual after the race? She's first. After the race, she's second.
Well, somebody got to come in last, and this was just a bad race for her.
Gotcha.
Somebody got to come in.
Gotcha.
It looked like a member of the jury came in, Shaquisha, and said yes, because we're still talking about her. So she's still very relevant. She's still in the top of the news. Not to mention, if it was me.
Wait, Mr. Black, first of all, once again, I'm not even coming to you. I can read comments.
Well, I'm sorry, y'all. I have to leave the meeting, but I'll be back.
Miss Scott, thank you so much for your honesty.
Don't worry.
We're talking Michael Shawn, Hispanic, Jay Black, African American, Sexy Mo, African American, Shawnee Scott, African American. We paid you to promote for America. Nobody's talking about you. Nobody's talking. Nobody
decided to pay me, right? That was your decision.
No. I decided on your merits, on what you did, and you failed.
According to your standards,
Let me ask you something. If LeBron James finished last in anything in the NBA, what do you think their sponsors would say? They'd be like, "What?
He's still LeBron," because they know that very next game.
No, last.
He can come in last. He can have a bad stretch.
You can't have a bad stretch.
All I know is I'm gonna smack you over the head when I do come back, and now I'm back on top. You want to come back in now? The price goes up.
So
I'm Jadakiss right now. The price goes up.
So, Mr. Black, I need you to say, okay, you are guaranteeing that we're gonna keep her on, and that she's gonna finish in the top 3 in her next event. And you're going to bet your job on it.
See, you're going to throw a bet in the job. When there's a deal and a contract, you're honoring the contract. She got her guaranteed money.
First of all, I'm asking you in a conference between my confidants and the people who I rely on. We're in the boardroom. All that street.
All right, say it again. Say it again.
Are you willing to bet your job that a girl whose best time would not have medaled her, and the next race after the Olympics that she missed because of a drug test, are you willing to bet your job that she's going to be in the top 3 in her next event?
I think it would be a collective decision. I wouldn't be the sole individual making that call. No, I'm not putting my job on the line for another individual.
Thank you. This meeting is over. We'll take a break. This meeting is over. I'm going to use the restroom. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. We'll be back in 4 minutes. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out.
LSG, could y'all battle? It was Tank, Genuine, and Tyrese. So if y'all had a battle, would you win? Like how confident are you when that you can take out? That's a good little.
I know y'all had to have sing-offs. Y'all ain't never had sing-offs.
We never had a sing-off, but I mean, if you talk about LSG, you talking about Gerald, you talking about Keith, you talking about myself. That's a KO in the first round.
Nice. I like it. I like Johnny Gill's Gangster.
Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Yeah. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. The one song that nobody knows that Freeway loves, that everybody would wild out if they realized that the one song that you love, the one song.
Making my way down south. Okay. If I could jump into the sky, something under. That's my joint.
That joint is so hot. That joint is so fire. Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
Tap in. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Michael Shawn, J Black, Sexy Mo, Shawnee Scott. They might stick around for the comeback story. Triumph. Hollering. People, listen, man. Like, you have to be good morning to Ralph. What's going on? When you pop off at the mouth, you have to be at least one of the best at what you're doing. At least one of the best. You're not one of the best. You just said yourself, I have the 6th fastest time. There are only 3 medals. That means you're 3 behind the bronze.
I think she was saying like of all time.
No, it's not all time. Please, all time. Yeah, stop. No, stop. Stop with all time. Stop. Like the ladies before you, like, girl, you gotta slow down with this. Like you gotta, like listen. I was sitting up here rocking with you. Like you went through your mom, your biological mom dying. You failed the drug test, and then you come back, and then you shouldn't have ran the race. But this, once again, if you weren't ready, you shouldn't have ran the race. But you can't come in last and then pop off. You can't come in last. Like, come on, y'all.
Did you just see? Just before we shift gears into the other time, you see Javante Tank Davis, the boxer, was just in a plane accident.
Yes.
Oh Jesus! I hope he's okay. What?
Yeah.
Tank Davis on a private plane and it crashed.
Oh. He wasn't on there by himself though.
Oh,
yeah, people never talk about the other passengers. They only talk about the star or whoever.
The main person is. That is horrible. He was on there
with what's his name?
Who?
Kodak Black, right?
Oh, he was on the plane with him.
Oh my God!
He said that he was on the plane.
Was it a?
He said that he's still hurt behind it.
Wait a second. Most people don't survive.
They said he's gonna be okay, but like a Travis Barker type of stuff, he's gonna be jacked up. You remember how Travis Barker was after the crash?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Kodak Black says he was on the
on the flight with them.
So nobody died. I guess they all survived then.
It must have been on landing or takeoff.
Yeah, it said it was a private jet. It didn't take off properly, and it crashed while it was still at the airport.
On a runway scenario.
They were pretty lucky because had it left the airport, they probably would have not been able to land like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they said he's gonna be good.
Gracious.
Yeah, he said my feet. He said he feel like he's boiling. He can't even sit.
Scary accident.
That's how his ass feels right now. That's what he said.
He says he and his crew finished boarding the plane and prepped for takeoff, but the private jet failed to take off properly, causing a crash landing back on the airport grounds. Per TMZ, the aircraft doesn't appear to have gotten too far in the air before the crash, as everyone left particularly uninjured. We didn't even get up off the air. Davis is overheard saying in the video, Davis said he is experiencing some pain, explaining that his butt was in pain and his feet were wrapped with gauze and bandages. I got effing splinters in my feet, he said. My ass is, like you said, my ass is on fire when Mo said the plane didn't even take off.
I can't laugh. I'm sorry.
It took off, but it didn't take off. I'm good. It's just my ass hot. Jesus.
Stop it. He said it a couple times.
I'm just reading what he's what he's saying. I'm sitting on this hot ass concrete. Maybe that they had him sitting on the concrete. Davis was filming while sitting close to the scene of the crash. My ish feels like it's boiling. I can't even sit, yo. He said, you ever been whooped before, wet with a switch or a belt? He has someone in his crew. That's how my ass is feeling right now. I'm sweating. I'm shaking.
First of all, it's the old school ass whooping for me, where he was made to get in the tub at some point in his life.
Hold up.
The switch.
Hold up. This might be him saying it. Wait, let me get to it.
To my feet.
Oh, wow, he really showing his feet.
That's crazy.
Wow, Javante Tank Davis, boxing
I wonder
star.
how this is going to affect his
boxing
next.
champ.
He's boxing champ.
He'll be all right.
Hey, but it sounded like it wasn't no major. I mean, he just a little butt on fire a little bit.
Yeah.
Like a little splinter. He said a little splinter.
Butt on fire.
Butt on pause. Yeah, that's what he said. A little butt on fire, a little hot. It'll be all right. There's no real. I thought I saw Javante.
Bet you jump that ass on Delta next time.
Right? You want to be flying private.
Everybody want to be flying
G5, G4s, whatever.
All right. I bet y'all be catching that big seat in the spirit.
Well, of course, unlike commercial flights, a lot of those flights don't go through some of the checks,
Yeah. Now your ass on fire.
Now your ass on fire and you got splinters in your feet.
Every private jet ain't created equally. I promise you, Kevin Hart's private jet don't do that. I promise you, Kevin Hart's private jet don't do that. His stuff be checked thoroughly. I promise you.
Them Kardashians? Oh, yeah.
Them Kardashians private jet? Ain't none of that have. Your ass will never be on fire unless you wanted to. Unless you request ass on fire. So you get on a Kardashian private jet, like, yo, can I get that ass on fire? Yeah, we got you. You ain't never on the side of the runway with no shoes on. I don't know whose private jet you got in on me.
Well, it definitely wasn't Mayweather's. You know
Mayweather. Mayweather's private jet can damn near his stuff can damn near go into space. Like
right.
If you need to see some of the stars close.
Oh God!
All right, he's all right. So he's all right. We get to go.
He's right. Good. He's going to.
How many times you gonna say your ass on fire? Get up, like done. Javante. There's levels to the game. You should have taken a bus.
First class Delta. What you say, Spirit? Mike always talking about Spirit.
At least American. They got Wi-Fi.
Right.
Get on that first class in American.
Good morning, Lisa Jordan. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, so I saw we were talking about rehab, and we saw this clip, and Mike was like, "Hey, I was in rehab with this guy." It was like a clip that was somehow on social media, and Mike said he was in rehab with this individual, and it kind of bugged me out a little bit.
Yo, is this white Italian dude from New York that has some type of reality show like Semi Fling, which I think was staged with Nene was her name? Nene Leakes
from Real Housewives.
So it was this Italian dude. So when I was in rehab, we had rules, and this Italian dude came in. He was very he was nice to me, but he was overly like nice. He was too like ridiculous. And he was like, he'd always come to me like, because I was like one of the group leaders, and he'd be like, Mike, I like what you're going through and everything. And then out of nowhere, we'd see him wear a suit, and he could leave the rehab and go to dinner. Like leave the rehab.
He had privileges. He was a star. He was a star rehab, so he had different rules. Okay.
So come to find out, I realized when you pay for rehab, your insurance doesn't pay for it. When you pay out of pocket for rehab, you can do what you want because rehabs need the money. Like rehabs, you got to remember, with the health insurance, they still got to go through the health insurance and get the money. When you pay outright and you pay your $40,000 or $50,000, ain't nothing like, dog, you can literally bring a drink with you into rehab. They can't tell you nothing.
Wait, not a drink.
Like if you wanted to bring a bottle of vodka, there's really nothing they can tell you because you're like, dog, I paid $50,000. Shut up, I'm doing shot. So he would go out for dinner and come back, and then they were like, yo, he's the reality show guy. And I'm like, what are you talking? I don't watch reality shows. Even when I worked on radio, I didn't watch them. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, Nene Leakes is levels to rehab, no ass on fire. Exactly, action. Exactly. So he would leave, he would come back, and then he would just get to talking like a fake mafia dude. Like, hey, I got this going on, and I was hooked on Percocets and this, and Mike, I love you, man. You're like one of the. I love the way you speak and everything. I was like, all right, cool. All right. I was like, all right, cool. Like whatever. And then he left. You can bring it. He left. He didn't even go to the second part of the rehab, which is the 60-day one. He just bounced out. And then he was like, yeah, get your number. Like, we keep in touch. Like, it was really some good fella nonsense. Like, I keep in touch and whatever. Yeah.
Whatever you need.
Yeah, whatever.
I think I got a clip of him when he was on the show. If this is the same guy, let's take a look.
Does that mean something?
What do you think it means?
Oh,
a Rolex is timeless.
Yeah, but I said...
If you let it and you rewind it and you work it, it can last forever.
Okay. Whatever that means.
Was that the guy that gave it a ring?
That's exactly the dude.
Watch.
That's exactly the dude. He talked like that the entire time. He's like, hey, got guys on, the greatest cheesecake I've ever had. And then if you eat cheesecake and you're not diabetic, I don't know. All I know is that when you're in rehab with somebody and they ask for your number, you exchange numbers. And then when we left, the dude would just call me out the clear blue sky and be like, hey, Mike, Shawn, is so-and-so. And then he would tell me what he was going through. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't, like, me and you really never connected anyway. And then he'd be like, then before we got off the phone, he'd be like, yeah, I love you. And I'm like,
whoa, love you.
Like, what?
Give you a watch, too? What do you mean?
I don't even know.
Watch? Did you get a watch? Did you get a ring?
And I'd be like, cool. And I'd hang up. Like, I would just hang up. And then like, he called a few months ago. I don't know what he's going through. Yes, I don't know what he's going through. I just know like the dude was like, it was weird.
Yeah. The people you meet in rehab, huh?
And it was weird because like normally you're like, well, the dude is in TV. Maybe I'll make a connect and maybe, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't care. I was like, I don't care if this dude knows Steven Spielberg. This is weird.
Plus, you was focused as a group leader. You was focused on your task while you was in there. You wasn't worried about what you was doing.
I wasn't even focused like that. Like he was just weird. And then it got to the point where the last time he called, I was like, dude. Like when I answered the phone, I was like, dude, what?
I'm just checking. But he's just checking. He probably just checking on you.
No, he was like, no. He's like, Mikey, my second cousin just passed away, and I went to the funeral, and I felt bad.
I need a loan. Like, you need money.
But my thing was, we're not cool, and I can't sit on the phone and make. I don't. You might have
gave me your number, but you gave me your number, Mike.
Yes, because it's like we're all exchanging numbers, and it's like, yo, Mikey. Hey, Mikey, just give me a number. Like, let's exchange numbers.
So you were over, you done with rehab. When you left rehab, you were done with all the rehab folks.
No, first of all, I relapsed. I ain't called your ass. Like, I relapsed like a grown ass man. I relapsed on my own.
You ain't bring nobody else in it.
I ain't bring nobody else. Like, hey, it's Mike Shawn. It's Mikey Shawn. It's Mikey Shawn.
Mikey.
It's Mikey. How are you
Mikey
doing?
the Don. I like that, J Black.
No, that was actually said that. Actually said he's now in the family. Don Mike.
And real talk, I ain't got no problem with telling another man I love him. I have no problem. I just didn't like the way he said it.
It was different.
No, it felt like he checked out how adorable I am. Like I felt like he was like I love
you. Want to know if your butt was on fire?
Yeah, like what? Like I just got on a cheap ass private jet, and it didn't take off.
In the world?
I don't even know his name, dude. Like I swear, if you give me his name, if you find out his name, I will find it in the phone. It's in my phone. Let me see if I.
Did she say his name in this clip?
It might be under rehab.
Does that mean something?
What do you think it means?
Oh,
A Rolex is timeless.
yeah, but I
If
said,
you let it and you rewind it and you work it, it can last forever.
okay. Whatever that means. It's getting weird. But I still need to get this watch. Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad.
See? She said it too. It's getting weird.
It's getting weird.
That's how I felt. I was like, this is getting weird.
But you ain't getting no Rolex.
No, I didn't. I didn't get a Rolex because and then I remember one time when he went on one of them trips to go eat dinner. He was like, hey, Mikey, you want to go? We can go to dinner. We can grab some, I know some good Italian food here in Dallas because the rehab was in Dallas over here. Yeah, I know this place. And he named the place. And I was like, I don't give a what are you talking about? No, I had a choice between going out of the rehab or eating the rehab food, which wasn't bad. The rehab food wasn't bad, but I chose to stay right there and chill. It's been times I woke up from a bar night with mad numbers. No, but I promise you, if we get his name, look, I just put in rehab in my phone because I want to because at this point I got rehab. I know him. Maybe I didn't save his number. Well, we got to get his name.
How many people are in there under rehab though?
Got like 8.
So do you label them like rehab 1, 2, 3, rehab 4, 5?
No, I put their names. Like I had one rehab guy. I put his name and where, like the city he's from, and like like I got one rehab that was a dude that was an investor who was filthy rich, but just happened to have a bad battle with alcohol, and his kids had to pick him up from the strip club and take him straight to the rehab. Which yeah, when your kids come to
I
my kids
imagine.
My kids they've been through some stuff with me, but they ain't never had to go to the strip club and pick me up and be like, I'm not laughing.
Dad, I'm outside.
I'm outside. Bring your ass out.
Matter of fact, while you in there, can you bring me some wings? Because strip club got the best wings.
No. It might Kelly J. What up, Kelly J? I gotta call you, Kelly J. I'm sorry. It might have been good. You didn't go, but you gone. But had you gone, he would have gotten you a Rolex. And he might have. But I've never been a big fan of that. Look under
Fredo.
Fredo, but that's the Godfather. That's the Godfather. But it was a name like that. It was a name.
It wasn't.
I swear.
It wasn't Jeffrey.
It wasn't what?
It wasn't Jeffrey.
Why you say Jeffrey?
Because that name is just standing out to me from in Nene's voice.
I'm about to say psychic, most psychic.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
No.
She's Dexter Kendrick now.
Oh,
listen.
I'm telling. Let me see if I put the name of the. Okay, here I put the name. I put the name of the place. I don't want to put it out there. Scott Charles.
Oh, maybe it was Scott.
No, it wasn't. Don't play with me.
No, it may have
No,
been.
that area code doesn't even mesh. We got that. Look, I had one guy how sent me a prayer. Look, this is how I have them labeled. Like one guy, I'm not gonna say his name, from the rehab sent me a prayer that we were doing. Oh, I think I found it.
What's his name?
No, I'm not even gonna say it. I think that sounds very New York, but it doesn't match. All right, we're gonna
Yeah, we got the financial rubble should be coming up too in the moment. I saw a couple comments asking about Mo's son. Still keep that in mind, so we want to pay that off.
Thank you.
we're gonna pay it off. How are we gonna pay it off?
Well, she's going to acknowledge her as a son, but I didn't want you to lose your thought because you'll lose your train of thought.
No. The guy in the reality show that we saw. I was in rehab. I was definitely in rehab with him, and I'm not saying
spotted him.
He was just weird.
Oh, you got him, Mo? You found him?
What's his name?
Is it John Coolidge?
Let's see. Let me put that.
Oh, you probably just Googled Nene dated and got a Rolex watch. There, that should have came up in the Google.
No, that's the guy she partnered with the pizza place. Is that the guy?
Hold on. Did I put him? There's a John. Did I put him on the Johnny? Did I hit him with that? No, didn't hit him with that. God, I got this dude's number in here. It's almost like
I just want to randomly call him. Like, what we doing?
No, I think I would.
Yo, John,
because every time he called me, it was on something. I'm going through something right now, Mike. So now I'm going through something. I'm trying to figure out
what's your name is.
What the hell is your name? Damn.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're done with this. All right. We got the financial rebel that's about to come on, and there was something else we were supposed to talk about. There was something else.
Mo. They want to know how Mo's son with surgery.
Yeah, so they actually did find something in his mouth, and so he has to the surgeon who was there. It wasn't her specialty, so they got to bring in a whole nother surgeon. It's a lot.
You ruined the whole show. You ruined the whole show Friday.
Did I?
Mo's fault.
The whole show, because I was like, why the hell is Mo calling us in scrubs? And I'm sitting there going like, who told her she had to call the show and be in scrubs? And then we knew who it was. It was the dictator. And then it was the dictator. We knew who it was. Everybody knew who it was. It took all of 7 minutes. And then we got into this whole thing. Somehow or another, I was like, why don't you say sorry to her or something? Why don't you say sorry? I think that's how it came about. And he was like, and then he was like, I'm not going to let nobody force me to say sorry. All right? Nobody's going to force me to say sorry. But then he said, hold on, this was the classic. Because I've said this all weekend to people. This is the classic.
What'd you say?
I said this all weekend to people. I said, I won't say sorry, but I'll apologize. And everybody was like,
that's so passive aggressive.
They were like, what are you talking about? I said, no. I did it to everybody. If I bumped into you, I said, no, I won't say sorry, but I apologize. And everybody was like, so what is an apology? I don't know. Just check out the show with Jay. We spent 2 hours trying to figure out what the difference between an apology and saying sorry is. I gave up. I still don't know. All I know is Dr. Smith had to come on.
He had to use his PhDs and 3 master degrees.
And had to use his tone to tell Jay Black, well, I think when it comes to Mo, you should probably do both just to cover your bases. And then all of a sudden, Jay Black, it was like Dr. Smith had hypnotized a cobra. You know them dudes that get the cobra, and all of a sudden the cobra, he playing the flute, and all of a sudden the cobra don't want to attack, and the cobra's like taking a nap, and he was like, okay, I'm sorry, and I apologize. It's the same thing. I just want to know. Then who was I talking to? Said, so what words consist in apology, and what words consist I'm sorry? Like if you apologize, what words are in there? Like, how do you explain an apology? And I was like,
they say an apology is sincere, and if you say you sorry, like you should never say I'm sorry. That's why I was taught, growing up too. Don't say you sorry.
Thanks, Mo.
Say I apologize.
No, but he didn't even think that. He thought saying I'm sorry was more than apology, because saying I apologize, it was like that's what he saved face. I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
So if you're not sorry, how do you apologize?
Kelly J said apologies mean you will work on not doing it again. Saying sorry means you will do it again.
Oh,
that's how she was raised.
Saying sorry. Kelly, get the hell off the show. That don't make no goddamn sense.
It's the actions
it's
behind
because we mainstream sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
When you say, yo, I'm really sorry I did that, that's labeled as an apology.
Sorry, Secretion. That's Mike. Mike don't let nothing go.
If somebody says, yo, apologize to me, and you go like, yo, I apologize, I'm sorry. It's like one and the same. It's like saying, it's like, give me a different version of I love you. What's a different version of I love you? Like, think of it.
Ditto.
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 Like, we just say ditto. You like, so that means I love you? Yes. Say it. Ditto. But
I never like that either, though. If I tell you I love you and you say ditto or me too, what?
Me too.
Me too.
You too what?
Movement?
Oh. That means you too. I said I love you and you go me too. Like that means you love me back? Yes. Say it. No. What? What? Anyway, this went on for like 2.5 hours.
Oh wow.
Thank you for thank you to Dr.
Well, Jay
Smith.
Black, are you sincerely apologizing?
Mo, we get down. And the people say, how I feel. No.
Listen.
I know the Virgo in him will not allow it. So I've had over 20 years of this.
When you grown, Mo, and you want to make decisions to still do a show, and I'm supporting your decision, and so that's what I do. But like Mike said, in hindsight, but even though Mike knew as well, but Mike didn't listen to you when you said it off air behind the scenes, because Mike don't pay attention when you speak.
No, I don't. I don't. I don't
agree to that.
No. But see, this is where Jay Black's favorite word, transparency, kicks in. Once we get done and we start talking off the air, I zone out. It's not about, I zone out on you too, Jay. You act like I listen to you. It's over.
Ain't just me. It's you too, Jay Black.
The show is over.
I mean, Jay Black has always said, you're not dying, so you should be here, type of thing. So I always feel the pressure of even if it's something going on, showtime, we got a show to do.
No, the funny thing is when I was like, yo, who told Mo to call in from the hospital? Quiet. Nobody
told her.
Nobody raised their hand.
Quiet.
Get quiet. Wow. Why did she call?
She's grown. She make her own decision. She wants to do it.
That's not what happened.
That could be her escape. That could be her getaway.
Go ahead, Mo.
That's not what happened.
But we have a guest in the waiting room. We have a guest.
Hold on.
We don't want to have our guests.
I tried something new today, and I wanted to save the battery, so that's why I'm going live now with everybody.
Oh, so he's gonna go to IG Live. So get ready for your IG Live.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to IG Live now, so we'll get the second half of the show. But Jay Black, literally, dog, the stubbornness in him, like, is on Hall of Fame status. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Mo, but hold on, let me give you the whole revamp of what happened. So, wifey got caught up in it.
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm going to say is that Jay Black's wife came in, said something, and she slammed the door. And this is how hold on. This is how irritating Jay Black is. He goes, slamming the door don't change nothing. Now the reason
it don't. When someone slams the door, you mute it. But when someone slams the door, that and when they're upset or they're getting a point across, how does that make anything better? That don't change nothing.
All I know is that
he's just showing that you.
The only reason I remember that is because yesterday me and the kids went to Six Flags. Me, Stacy, and the kids went to Six Flags, and I got to get into that story. Went to Six Flags, and Stacy was like, "Oh, by the way, I wanted to know. I was at work listening to the show. What was the deal about slamming the door and slamming the door doesn't change anything?" Man, I bawled out. I was like, "Oh." I said that was Jay Black being his usual. His usual. Just because I don't raise my voice doesn't mean I'm not annoying.
Because you can't control your anger, your temper, your levels. You're out of control when you're having a debate or a conversation. Don't put that on me. That don't change the narrative. But we do have a guest, and it's it's Money Mondays. We got to follow the money. We got to have some money, some money talk. So can we bring our guest in, the Financial Rebel? You can catch him on our. Yeah, you're back. Here we go. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
I don't know what I just walked into.
Always walking into something, right?
Good morning.
The Jay Black nonsense. The Jay Black nonsense.
Are y'all making Moby like a slave out here?
Listen, you know Jay Black is a slave driver. It's 20 years and 20 plus years in moving. Jay Black is always.
Okay. All right. I'm just checking.
Kamara, am I wrong for supporting someone's decision as an adult if they choose to do something and say, no problem, I support you? Is that wrong?
There goes the manipulation.
To the hospital, call them in. That's dedication.
And that's what I thought. Oh, she's dedicated. She's committed. She want to do it. Hey, I'm no problem. If she don't want to do it, no problem. Whatever she wants to do, no problem. But her commitment is real.
But did you prompt her to call her from the hospital? Though?
No. She said it to me. Remember, my son got surgery tomorrow, but I'll be there. I'll be in and out doing the show though.
Oh, her son got surgery. Yo, that's even worse.
That's what I saw. When it was
Jay.
But you never said, "Oh no, Mo." I do remember. Don't come in.
Why are we bringing up this old stuff anyway?
You never said, "Don't come in."
That's dedication. She deserves a raise, Jay. Help her out.
And we was one on the way. Facts.
This is why I wasted all that breath on Friday. This is why I don't waste it. I don't waste it because Jay manipulates everything and then goes into his little passive aggressive. Hey, I didn't tell her. You did tell her. It's like an abusive relationship. Like she know you didn't tell her to cook, but she knows if she don't cook, that ass gonna get whipped. Like she know. Like she already know. Like he know what he doing. He know what he doing.
And I never fold for anybody like that but Jay Black. It's like this heavy burden on my shoulders.
Y'all got a bond.
20 years.
We do. We have a bond.
Y'all got a bond.
We do.
All right,
so before we get into if the government shuts back down, what to expect, before stock market.
Before we even do that, we need him on my IG Live.
Oh yeah, get us
on
IG
trying.
Live. Well, 1, 2,
Well,
4.
Jay tries to get all professional and thinks he's running the show and shit. He gets a kick out of that. He gets a kick out of this. He knows we're supposed to be, but the only person not on IG Live is who? Jay Black as usual. Like when he decides he don't want to follow the rules, then he can be delayed and slowed down. Okay, continue, Jay. Go ahead.
I was saying with the before we get into a couple things that's going on, Mike mentioned his daughter and they went out. So it made me remind she got her first paycheck. Mike, so let's talk about there was some taxes and some concerns that she was trying to understand when it comes to the money and following the money and why they take so many taxes out of your first paycheck when you're a teenager. So Mike, what was the one that she didn't know was?
Financial Rebel, this has nothing to do with you. But when we do stuff like this is strictly for people trying to get information. But normally, like even when we talk to everybody, don't take this personal. I get bored to death. Like after a while, but I know this is for the listeners. Now, this is the one time, there's like 4 times. This is the one time that excites me because my daughter has a job and has the nerve to complain about the taxes coming out of her paycheck, which makes me giggle my ass off. Where she said, I made $650 and the check is only $333. And I'm like, welcome to the wonderful world of being robbed your entire life by the U.S. government. Okay, so the normal things were on there. The only problem was there was something called OSID or OSDI. OSDI. Okay, now that one, I didn't say anything to her. I was like, I'm not familiar with that one. What is that?
That's Social Security for disability. So they take that out.
Oh, somebody turn their phones down. Somebody battery.
Yeah, I have my phone all the way down.
Yeah, you dropped it.
All the way down as well.
All right, so why am I putting money in for people with disability if is that just the case?
Oh my God.
I can walk. Oh,
yeah, but what if you can't walk? What if you be like Eddie Murphy and trading places in a wheelchair, right? Then you can apply to the government and get disability.
So
just like the student loans, right? Biden just waived student loans for all long-term disabled people. So you pay into that fund.
You did?
So you can get money. Yes.
I need to apply.
So this is my thing.
You gotta be on disability already. But Mike, just a long short, because I don't want you to get bored on me. If you pay into disability, if you get hurt, you'll get a check potentially.
Okay. But I'm just saying, when did they start taking this out? Because I know for a fact, like 10, 15 years ago, that OCDSIN whatever wasn't in there. Like when did this, and when did we have to start funding this? Why can't the government fund this? I know that's not a question for you.
Listen, Billy, good morning.
They fund everything the government funds.
Not everything.
The official term is old age survivors and disability. So when a person dies, if they get disabled, they get paid out from that. So it's kind of, again, a quote unquote safety net, a social safety net.
So is there an exact date when this started, where they started deducting? Was there a vote? Was there something? You know what I'm saying? Like, did they have to pass this? Like, or did they just? Was there a president that just said we're just going to do this, even though the disability thing? Like, why? I don't get it. I like, even with Vietnam veterans, the government should take care of that. We didn't declare the war.
Yeah, but every year Congress votes in a budget. And inside of that budget are all of those provisions for the veterans. And that's why just a couple of years ago, you saw that the Veterans Administration program was crazy. It wasn't taking care of the people because Congress didn't do their job.
This is so frustrating. So yeah, so that was the one part of the of her paycheck that I didn't even let her know I didn't understand it. I was just like, I looked and I said, I don't know what the hell that is. I said, that's some new math. I don't know what's going on. So
your child, the official what it does, right? So OSDI tax goes to Social Security. All right, 85% of each dollar that goes into OSDI is put into a trust fund that pays monthly benefits to current retirees and their families, and to surviving spouses, children, and workers who have died. According to the Social Security Administration, about 15% goes to a trust fund that pays benefits. So like I said, it goes into a trust fund that pays benefits out to people who are disabled and to have lost their loved ones who are their primary breadwinners.
And I think that's admirable. I think it's something that we should do. I just don't think, I think it's a little funny how all of a sudden this pops up on a 17-year-old's paycheck, and they're swiping money out of a 17-year-old's paycheck, when that's something that the government should have figured out how to take care of this without swiping money from. I know it's a regular occurrence.
Taxes are like bullets. They don't have names. They just take it.
No picks. You working, you take it.
Right, no picks.
But see, that's been the problem with this country, is that we've allowed them to create whatever taxes they want. And then, most of us it's so convoluted that most of us don't even know what we're voting for. So we're just voting Democrat or Republican, or quarterly or whatever the midterm elections come in. We don't even know what we're voting for. Little did we know that there's another tax being put on to a 17-year-old's paycheck. And you're going like, why isn't this government taking care of, why are you forever giving $1 trillion to another country for whatever, and then taxing 17-year-olds in this country for stuff that you can't fix? I know you don't have an answer for that.
I do, but
go ahead. What's the answer? No.
It's gonna bore you.
First of all, Mr. Rebel, don't get personal on the. I didn't say you were boring.
Shots
me.
fired.
Listen, you gave me the voice of God. So listen, you've already paid homage.
I have been bored by when we do this for the listeners, like we do it for the viewers. Like it could be like CPR class, and we get somebody who's an expert to save lives. Guess what happens halfway through the segment? I get bored. Yes, I get bored. They're like, cover the nose, make sure the mouth, and make sure you pump. But I know this is helpful for people. I'm just transparent. Like, I'm not like all the other radio hosts who try to act like they're like, hold on, we're like the Financial Rebel can literally save you money and make you get a retirement plan and help you lead you into financial bliss.
Yeah, I get excited.
And in the middle of that, my immature ass might get bored. Like, I might be like, all right, let's go.
No, it's not the topic. It's just that your attention span.
No, my attention span is horrible. Dr. Smith on Fridays from Temple is amazing. He's an amazing intellectual. And like,
he's very smart.
And then like 11 minutes into it, I want to kill myself. Like, real talk. Like, I'm just, and
so
that's my
he got 3 masters and a PhD, and Mike gets bored. The guy has a wealth of knowledge.
And I'd be like this.
Oh, God.
But nobody else will admit that, because you have to be like, yo, like, I know, like, he's amazing. I'm just telling you my downfall is that at a certain point, like, I remember, like, I shouldn't even say this. I remember there would be times we'd do a segment on the other show that I had, and it would be based on some like real serious stuff. But it's like, once you get a real, like, it'd be, how can I say this? It'll be it's about to happen. It's about to happen.
Nice.
It'd be like some criminal activity against people, like criminal activity against people. Like, I don't, because everybody's gonna give it. All right, it'd be like a domestic violence thing, right? And this is the most important thing that you can actually. This is important. This is important to get these stories out there. This is very important.
I get it.
But if your story isn't on the level of the last story,
like I said, I get it. I do.
No, I don't want you to take offense. I don't want you to take offense.
Mike, come on now. I don't.
So you were answering the question though about the taxes, but I did with the dependents for little kids. Should they do the zero dependent, or should they claim themselves when they first get in their job and doing their taxes when it comes to teenagers?
They can claim one. Right, dependency is all about what exemptions are all about. If you want to get a bigger refund at the end of the year, or if you want to get more money in your check throughout the year. I'm of the mindset, and this is just for the people here, not for everybody. I'm of the mindset I would rather have money in my pocket than in Uncle Sam's bank account getting interest. But there are some of us who like to play games with the 0 and the 1.
Yeah, or 2 or 10.
That's Jay Black. That's Jay Black all day.
I just got a bonus check and I upped it to some people up their stuff when they know they're getting more money coming in, and they spread it out. You advise against that?
Yes, because most people. Well, there's 2 things. Most people don't have the discipline to save the money, right? We know Americans don't save. That's number 1. So when tax time comes around, they tend to owe money, and then they get in trouble with the IRS. Number 2, the IRS will notice that you haven't been paying in your fair share. And what they'll do is they'll send you what's called a lock-in letter. Again, it's called a lock-in letter. And once they send out a lock-in letter to your employer, they're going to make sure you pay the highest amount of taxes. And you don't have any, you don't have any recourse.
Oh, now hold on, you ain't boring me now, Financial Rebel. Whenever you get in Jay Black's ass, pause. You got my attention.
I know people that do that. They just know they're getting a lump sum of money and know that taxes is going to eat it all up, so they raise their dependents.
No, son, you said you be.
I said I be knowing people.
You said you be changing your number from 0 to 2 to 3 to 1 to 2. You gonna get a lockout now. You gonna get a lockout letter.
They changed a lot of that, so you can't do it as much as you used to before. So,
but it was a thing, though. It seemed like it was a thing that people were doing,
and it's still a thing. It's still a thing.
I did it one year, and I have a tax bill because of that, because I did it and I stopped. Because it was common practice. You know that you're about to get a lump sum back pay for something, and you take it up. And I had like 10. I was like, no, put a 10 on there because I didn't want them to tax me.
Jump back on IG, Mo. Jump back on IG so they can.
And then you went shopping.
Yeah, I tried. Yeah. No. I didn't go shopping. I had things to do.
But how much did that save you, Mo? Like, in the long run?
Because
in the long run, before you give me the explanation.
Yeah, no.
Just give me how much it saved you.
It didn't. It cost me because they ended up saying I owed more than technically what I would have if they just would have taken it out.
But in the original point, like how much were you thinking you were going to save?
I thought I was going to save about $2,000, but it ain't work out that way. They told me I owed them 10.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm playing with Uncle Sam's money.
Never again.
Yep, because he don't get bored.
Yeah, you learn the hard way. Most
he go with the don't get bored.
After that incident, I was audited twice. Ooh. And I was like, I don't make enough money for y'all to come and audit me twice, but they audited me twice.
Well, a lot of people don't realize the IRS actually audits poor people more than anybody else because it's easier to audit them, especially folks. Matter of fact, everybody that's in these COVID states that are flaring right now, your Mississippi's, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, they tend to get audited the most because those are typically the poor states.
But when they use that strategy, like what money are they trying to put people in jail? Like you're going to poor people, so what do you think you're going to get out of them?
More taxes. Because a lot of times they just pay it. Because a lot of times
they don't want that smoke.
Letter. It's called a correspondence audit, and they won't fight it. They'll just do it. But what happens is a lot of people take advantage, not a lot, but there are some who claim additional kids to get more credits, get a bigger refund. And they tend to be in poor areas. Tend to be.
Oh, speaking of that, when you do claim somebody else's kid,
you go to scammer.
He wasn't supposed to, and then and then the other parent tries and they get flagged because somebody already did it. Can that parent that was supposed to retrieve that money back? Like, how does that work? So I'm the father. I wasn't supposed to do it, but I got to it. I did my taxes first and I used my kid's social, but he's really staying with you, the mom, and she tried it and she got flagged. How does that play out?
Well, they will deny it at first, but then the mom then needs to mail the tax return in, and then the government will tend to figure it out. Now, there's a couple of rules when it comes to claiming dependents. Like, who did the dependent live with? Who paid the majority of support? Who took care of them? Typically, it's mama, right? So mama would get it, but she got to fight a little bit longer. She may also have to send us some documentation in order to prove that she was the actual custodial parent as well.
Well, I sent in my
It all works out in the wash after a while.
I sent in my documentation because my daughter lived with me. And I had to send in the school records on who was
the mom did it and you had to fight to get your money. Go ahead.
Yeah. She put in and she claimed without asking me. I might have said yes. Like you caught me at the right time. I might have left, but you did it. And then the IRS called me and sent me a letter. Then I had to call, and then I had to send school records.
Doctor's records sometimes.
You got to show proof.
Yeah, I got to show proof that she lived with me. So, but the school records was like the easiest one because I was the go-to on all the school records. Then the doctor records. Then once I sent that, they were like, "Okay, cool, we'll take it from here." I don't even know what happened on the other side.
But you got your money in the end. You got your money.
So I already
Wow, so she got a payment plan then to pay it back probably then.
I don't even know what. I never even asked. Once I realized I'm in the clear, and once I realized that the refund had come and everything like that, I was like, cool. I was like, all right. I never
How
even.
do you get your money back though? Like if they did it and it's proven that they did it fraudulently, how do you get that money back from the IRS?
Oh, they will take their money back. That's one, and then
if it's still there,
send Mike what Mike is owed. Happens all the time.
So what if the other person got the refund already? How does the IRS go back in and then
if they already
will go back into your account and take it out? If the money isn't available, they'll take out whatever's there, and then they will notate on their books that you owe XYZ dollars. But they're going to get their money.
Is it the question is from Jeanette? Do they have to live with you 6 months, or I thought it was 8 months out of the year? How many months is it constitute as you being the carer of that child?
12.
No, it's not 12 months. The whole year.
It's 12 now.
Wow.
Now, You can get away with certain situations, but ideally it's supposed to be 12 months.
Hey, Financial Rebel, do you see how much fun it is to work with Jay Black? Like, this is what you do for a living, right? This is what you do.
No guidance. That's all.
You're the Financial Rebel.
Listen, but I love everybody. So he's all right.
No, y'all
I think it's 8 months.
Listen, I'm not bored. I'm not bored. I'm excited. I'm excited when somebody has to deal with what Jay Black is. He just told you it's 8 months.
It's the majority of the year. It's not the full year. Like you could, as long as it's 8 months, it's not 6. I know because that's only half. I think it's.
Well, remember,
8 months.
I said ideally it's 12.
See, so ideally, Mike.
Tax attorney asks you how many months, and if you say 12, you're usually in the good. Now it needs to be a legit 12. Now, if you only state 8, that's cool, but you can run into some problems with that sometimes.
Well, technically, that is still their permanent residence. When you're going off visiting the other parent, it doesn't mean that you no longer live with the custodial parent, right? Yes, so technically, that is 12 months out of the year.
The IRS doesn't really get into like divorce decrees and separation agreements. It's who primarily takes care of the child. Because even when the child goes to the, let's say, the secondary parent, the custodial parent's still paying the bills.
Right.
They're maintaining the household. They're paying for the clothes. They're paying for health care. They're paying for food. Even if they went to the weekend at dad's. So, you know, they are still the ones maintaining it.
Now, is there a form? Is there a form now that you actually have to sign? Like if you don't get that permission, I forgot what the name or the number of the form, but isn't there some type of form they have now that helps you in that situation?
Yeah, if the parents are cordial, right? If the parents talk, and ideally this only happens with parents that are not together. But yes, there's a form that one parent can give the other parent authorization. I want to say it's form, I'll look it up. I want to say it's form 8823, but I'm not sure.
So what if you have 50-50 custody? Comment is.
That's not it. That's not it.
So
the IRS has all forms, all numbers.
It's numbers. So it's like a 500 something. It's in the
So Jeanette Bush says, what if you have 50-50 custody?
Who claims
so y'all have to figure out who's going to claim who.
Yeah.
And they got to agree.
You know, there really is no such thing as 50-50 custody, but I get what you're saying because it just doesn't usually.
That's not what they try and tell you in mediation. They don't explain that in mediation when they bring. That's why I ain't go for it. Let's do 50-50. You have have her or him Monday through Thursday, and then Thursday through Sunday, and then I was like, nah, that's not what we doing. No. Nah. So
agree.
So 50-50, like I know parents who have common sense that they just go every other year. You claim the child 1 year. Like it's so reasonable. It can all be so easy if y'all put your heartbreak to the side and put the
child first.
Yeah, and put the child first and just go, you get her or him 1 year, and then I get her or him the other year. Just like you can do holidays. Like it could be all so simple if y'all would just leave your
might not be around next year. I don't know about that next
year. So Mo, it's form 8332. So I just missed
8332.
So it's form 8332 if you want to get your other baby dad or other baby mom to sign off and give you permission.
Only got one.
and then that way they can file. You can show the IRS proof that you had permission from the other parent to claim this child.
And if everybody would just take my advice at 17 to 18 years old, and guys would get vasectomies, we wouldn't be worried about all this nonsense. David Burns has a question. What are some deductions and credit buy can claim on my taxes? What's buy? What's that mean? Credit?
I think he's saying I.
A credit I can claim on my taxes.
I meant to say I can claim.
No, I just want to make sure. I know, if you was, bisexual and you would file in taxes. Now I'm like, but we can put that question back up so I can read that question again. Question: are some deductions and credits that I can claim on my taxes? Okay, Dave. All right. He charges for this, but go ahead, Dave.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So yes, and by the way, same-sex couples can claim or file taxes together now.
Oh wow!
Going to that by statement, Mike. Hopefully that didn't bore you too much.
No, that was good. That was good because I feel so bad for gay people. I do feel bad because y'all done got sucked into this heterosexual tax life, and y'all don't understand how good y'all had it. Y'all will never understand how good y'all had it having to be separate and be like, yo, I'm dealing with this. But go ahead, Financial Rebel.
Yeah, but now they can get some estate planning benefits. So
yeah, that's true. I've heard that.
So it all works out in the wash. But yes, there's definitely claims, deductions you can take. If you have children, you can potentially write off their daycare. It's not school, but daycare or camp, not overnight camp though. You could potentially write that off, and I say potentially because everybody's situation is different. If you make over a certain amount and you pay on the mortgage, you can write off the mortgage interest. If you go to church, synagogues, or mosque, you could potentially write that off. If your children are in college, you can potentially write off your college tuition. Let's see.
Wait, you can write off college tuition?
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Kelly J said, I just need to know how to apply to get student loans forgiven if you are disabled.
So if you are already getting Social Security disability, they are taking those first. You would think they would have did this a long time ago, but they're taking them first because they've already been proven to have a disability that they're getting government funding for.
So if I got a student loan, can I get disability now? Like, can I just start to make sure I get disability, get on that, and then
and qualify? I'm gonna tell you this though: the IRS usually declines everybody first, the first go round. So let's say you slip and fell, and you running around talking about my neck and my back, and now you want to apply for Social Security disability. You got to prove to them that your neck and your back really hurt from a slip and fall.
You gotta go to therapy
or
twice.
for whatever kinky stuff you into.
No, but in all seriousness, I hate to be serious and defend Jay Black. He has a severe shoulder injury that he's really going to therapy twice a week for, and literally was out of work for like 6-7 months, and the shoulder has not recovered properly. Like, when you say they turn you down the first time, so should you just be resilient and just apply 2-3 times, or is there a limit on how many times you can apply?
No, I would keep applying, but it also depends, right? So usually there's a whole process. Jay, if you have short-term disability, that usually kicks in first. I want to say that's if you're disabled 30 days or more, your short-term disability, it might be 90 days. Don't quote me on that. But your disability, your short-term disability kicks in on your job or wherever you're working at. Then typically your long-term disability kicks in. And then after that expires, you can go apply for Social Security disability. So,
we're speaking to our
almost want you to be in a vegetative state almost. And that's a joke, but they want you to be able not to do anything. And they will send investigators out.
That was my next question. That was my next question. I see the horror stories where they follow you around, and if they found you doing one push-up, they
oh, you don't qualify.
No, one push-up.
Yeah, and push-ups, carrying a couch, carrying a sofa,
groceries in, everything.
Anything strenuous.
Having sex with a heavy chick. Listen, what about Tam says what?
She came in late, so she wanted to know what is he talking about when it comes to student loan forgiveness. What were you saying earlier that the president signed off? You can say it again, Financial Rebel.
Yeah, they're making it pretty easy. They're going to streamline student loan forgiveness for people who are already qualified as disabled. And when I say qualified as disabled, getting a Social Security check from the disabled division of Social Security.
Wow.
And why is taxes still backed up? Like some people still haven't got their tax return money yet from either their personal or their business, and it's now August 23rd. Like,
I'm not talking a little bit. I'm talking 3 years ago. Like my fiance.
Oh, that's for you, Mike.
No, my fiance. Well, Jay Black just happened to be saying it.
This is just this year for me.
My fiance literally
3 years.
She was 3 years back. They had taken her, hacked her identity, so she needed a PIN. So she got the PIN, and then it went 2 tax terms in a row. One she got. There's one from 3 years ago that we're still waiting on. That they literally have to send a check. They won't even do the direct deposit. Is there anything that we can do? Or is there something we're not doing? We've made the phone calls. We sat on hold for 3 hours. And what do you do?
If you made phone calls and you've already talked to somebody, it's probably just a waiting game because sometimes. So let me back up. COVID has totally disrupted the IRS.
Yes,
They've had to shut down centers. They're very aggressive about if they have someone who tested positive for COVID. If they had one person test positive for COVID, they will shut down the whole campus, do all their cleaning protocols, get it nice and sanitized, and then they'll bring them back. But that's taken a long time. Just for 2019 tax returns, they still have not done over 30 million 2019 tax returns. So that's almost 2 tax seasons ago. So everything's backed up. I have clients whose tax returns took over a year to get processed. So it takes a while. It's been taking a while for everybody.
So if I haven't called, should I be calling? Because you can't get through when you try and get through that number unless you got a back phone number. Like I need an update. And it just the website just says receive still, whatever. There's no updates on the website.
I do have a bad phone number, but even my bad phone number has been failing me recently. So I've been having to hold for about an hour. But Jay, let's connect offline and I'll make the call for you.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right, good work. Do you have any questions for the Financial Rebel? If they don't get their questions into you now, how can they contact you off the air, offline, when you're not on IG Live doing your thing and everything?
You could always DM me on IG, right? I'm just the Finance Rebel. You could always find me there. I respond back pretty quickly. I do a whole show on Wednesdays called Wealthy Wednesdays where I answer people's money questions. Whether it's tax related, investment related, business related, I answer it all. Anything money related.
Who does your taxes?
I do.
You do your taxes?
For now. Pretty soon I'm going to start paying somebody else to do them because I don't want to do them no more.
Because you got that much
person.
You have that much going on. Do you when your occupation is you do taxes? I always wonder, does the IRS look at your stuff closer than the average person? Do they feel that because you do this for a living that you might be trying to get over?
Well, not that I'm trying to get over, but since I'm not just a tax preparer, I'm also an enrolled agent. Okay. So that means I am credentialed with the IRS to help people with their taxes.
Right.
Yes,
excuse me, y'all.
Like, I can't be delayed in filing my taxes. Quick story. My wife got identity theft as well. Somebody got some unemployment in her name. And so I'm now delayed in filing my taxes. I have to let the people know at the IRS that we're delayed because of that reason. And I have to show documentation.
Wow.
They don't mess around.
So I guess you and your wife got into a nice argument over there.
Yeah, I was like, you got all this money. You ain't spending that on me.
Wow.
You out there tricking. Help me out.
Wait, you didn't tell your wife she out here tricking with the money.
I mean, I would say that though. Like, I would say that, but no, I didn't say that.
Trying to think of some of the tax questions.
I got a whole like dog pound going on here. So excuse my dogs in the background right now. But what are like the keys?
Mike, do you write your dogs off for your business?
No.
You can write the dogs off for the business. Talk about it.
I didn't know you could write
dog
off.
foods and keeping gas receipts. So I need to keep all these gas receipts. You talking about the dog food receipts? Well,
Mike, let's say you added your dog into some of your stand up on stage. You made your
talking about
specifically with your dog, and they were on stage with you on tour with you.
Ain't nobody on tour.
You could then write that up.
What if I showed a video? What if I showed a video of them?
Your little yap dogs that you ladies love to carry around in your purses. This is not for them. They are for if they're involved in your business. If you have a guard dog.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's talk about it.
Mechanic shops or junkyards. And they had a security dog guarding the premises when nobody was there.
My Rottweiler is my home protector. He protects the home business. So yes, I think I like that. So my Rottweiler is the security.
Jay, but it might be worth going after.
You know, Financial Rebel, and please, because I have to say this about Jay and about people in general. Does it make it more difficult when you have people like Jay whose whole existence is to find an angle to actually get another deduction? And does it make it hard for you to have regular people who just want regular deductions, but the IRS now is going over everything with a fine-tooth comb because people like Jay want to say their Rockwaller is home security, and I need to have that as a deduction.
Yes, he said it. That made me think about it. He is my security, but go ahead.
It's got to apply, though. It's got to apply. But yeah, we get that. Listen, all of tax Twitter's like that. All of tax LLCs like that. Everybody's telling you to hire your kids. Somebody's very interested in that. But a lot of people don't actually have their kids working in the business. They're just trying to take a tax deduction.
Right.
But here's the thing. It needs to be legitimate. Now, I'm going to just keep it funky with y'all. The IRS doesn't audit that much. But here's the thing. Joe Biden has been asking for more funds for the IRS so they can audit more. So guess who's coming? The IRS is coming. They're going to be auditing more. So I always say there's no need to take penitentiary chances. Doesn't make sense.
That's right.
I'm not going to jail. I'm afraid to get anally raped. So, you know.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, the financial rebel is making sure we're not going to be bored on this one. Wait a second.
I heard you, Mike. I heard you.
Who in the hell, when do we ever get a financial guy talk about getting anally raped?
Listen,
wait a second. Pause.
Shout out to the Boondocks. Y'all done watch the Boondocks?
Yes. I know. Yes.
Boy.
On
hey, if you do get anally raped, can you use him as a dependent? I'm just wondering.
Is one of your deductions?
Is that a deduction?
So look like Lynn to USA got a question. How does she calculate, or he calculates, I'm sorry, the amount of money deducted from the home office phone utilities? Like when you got your home business, like how do you deduct that from your sales taxes? Like how do you write that stuff off?
Shout out to Robert. Great guy. What you do is when that happens, so Mike, you have a home-based business. Not Mike, Black. You got a home-based business.
Yeah.
Let's say your rent is $1,000 a month.
Okay.
You get to write off a portion, not the whole thing. Now, the question is going to be, where are you doing business in your home? Hopefully, it's an exclusive area, exclusive office, exclusive part of your garage, and you take the square footage. Let's say it's 1,000 square foot home. It's 100 square foot office. That's roughly 10%. So you get to write off 10% of your mortgage or 10% of your utilities, sometimes 10% of your upkeep on your overall home. So you get
like landscaping. Is landscaping be considered upkeep?
Potentially.
Potentially.
Because you got to keep the landscaping fresh for your home business. Okay.
You know, some people try to write it off. There's been sometimes it's worked and sometimes it did not.
But
so,
10%.
Like I don't have bail money for you.
So me doing the show from my home Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would be legit, right? For everything that I'm doing right now.
Absolutely. You are operating your own business. All three of y'all are. So make sure y'all taking your proper deductions and keeping track of everything.
So that would be like internet service.
That's for business. That's not for everybody. That's not for your 9-to-5 worker, unless that 9-to-5 worker also has a side hustle.
So now for the business, I'd have to have an LLC and things of that nature and all that. Oh, no.
Everybody does not need an LLC. You do not need an LLC to have a business.
So I wasted money on that? That's what you're telling me? But go ahead. So how do you do it if you don't have it?
So I don't have an LLC.
You want to think twice about getting an LLC. There's nothing wrong with LLCs. But your social security number in and of itself gives you access to run a business. Now, LLC really isn't about tax. Well, at least at this level, when you're a solo member LLC, IRS doesn't care about LLCs. It's really to protect you from being sued. It's really a protection from civil liability. But here's the thing. If you open up a business in, let's say, California, and you form an LLC, they're going to charge you $800 every year to renew that LLC. And if you don't pay it, then your LLC is just wiped out and disregarded.
Start over.
So you have to pay that $800 regardless of if you have income or profit or not. So you could have not made 1 cent and you still have to pay that $800. So I tell everybody just to start small, get established, get your feet under you, and then potentially look at an LLC. But it's not always good to be an LLC. You could maybe want to be a corporation or S corporation. It really just all depends.
So I can do it either for the personal or for the business based off the home base. I can either write stuff off as my personal or everything filtered through the LLC.
Write what off? No, we got to be very.
I guess I'm saying thanks for the business, the supplies that was needed, the new camera, the new laptop, the those
that's for the
things.
business. You can't write it off if it's personal though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything filtered through the. All right. Yeah. No, that's good. Go ahead, Mike.
No. I'm just trying. David Burns talks about the stimulus check, when that's coming, because my bank account is hungry for more money. Do you know anything about the new stimulus checks that are coming? Unfortunately, I think a lot of people, and I'm just saying, I don't know, but a lot of people are like really want us to get locked down again simply because they want more stimulus checks. And I think that's kind of crazy, but go ahead, Financial Rebel.
Well, one of the things we were going to get into today is the COVID numbers and the spike in it, right? So
okay,
COVID numbers are definitely on the rise, especially in the South. We saw in Mississippi, they made 20,000 students quarantine because they've been exposed.
Right.
So it's real. And I think if we keep going this way, a potential lockdown may come. If a potential lockdown does happen, there's a strong potential for more stimulus money. But nobody knows that right now. I'll say this, though. He might be also talking about the child care tax credit, the advanced child care tax credit, where parents are getting money every month. Jay's got children. Mo's got children. Shawn's got children. Y'all all might be eligible for that.
Do you know, because when we do our taxes, like my oldest, Manny, she's under my taxes, and the twins are under my fiance's taxes. Do you know for my kid credit, you know what they said? They sent me $58.
Check.
They sent me $50. It went direct deposit.
That means you're making money.
Yeah, because you the more you make, the less you qualify for.
Once again, listen. Right. Technically, I have not been
going by your last W-2. They're going by the very last time.
September 1st.
Right, but it's not about this employment. It's about your total income. So I don't know what your filing status is. I don't want to get into your business.
Right.
Here, but typically if you're over, I want to say 75,000, well, it depends on your filing status. So it sounds like you might be head of household. I believe that's 110,000. So if you made over 110,000, you might be up there a little bit. That's why they reduced your child care tax credit.
So when does it readjust?
After next year. It's only in law for this year right now. Biden's trying to get it extended, but it hasn't been extended yet.
Jeez Louise, y'all killing me. Anybody got more? Jeez, y'all just depressed the hell out of me. So you said the LLC sometimes can be overrated for doing it. You said you can have a business and just have your social security number, which I always thought that if I wanted to have an entertainment business, which included my online morning show and stuff like that I would have to have an LLC. But that you're saying that's not true.
It's not true. Stop listening to tax Twitter. It gets you jammed up.
No, you're right. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Because it's like once somebody says LLC and stuff like that, we all think, oh, well, that has to be the law. There's no way, you know. And okay, when you're getting your taxes done, and I think I've asked you this before, but I want to repeat, what is the difference between going to somebody like yourself and going to a franchise of accountants like H&R Block, Merrill Lynch, host of all? What is the difference? What is the difference, and what can you expect differently if they come to you or if they chose the franchise?
So I'll say this about me. I've been in the business for over 20 years, and I'm an enrolled agent. Most of the people that are at those big box shops have not been in business that long, are really just glorified data entry people. No diss to my folks who are in there who take the business serious, but a lot of times those franchises will use the refund to kind of lure people in. But I'll say this, a big tax refund does not mean your tax refund was done properly or by the law.
Right.
All right. That happens a lot. And if you look up any of those big box shops, there's no hate, it's all facts. Just Google them. Google your favorite big box shop and put lawsuit. You'll see all of them have gotten $1 billion lawsuits over the last, say, 10, 20 years. Why? Because they're always doing something extra. So I don't do any of that. A lot of my clients who actually become friends, they call me a stiff neck because I don't play no games. Because a lot of times the tax pros will get locked up too. And again, I already told y'all, I ain't got time.
Oh yeah, that happened with a few employees of H&R Block. Not long ago, because they were doing city employee taxes and they were getting these big like $8,000, $10,000 returns, and then come to find out, even though you sign that guarantee paper, they can still come after you.
Yes,
and I didn't know that.
Tax return is still the responsibility of the taxpayer, of the client, of that person. So you're supposed to understand what's going on with your tax return. Your tax preparer should tell you what's going on with your tax return, why, what, when, and where. But a lot of times it doesn't happen. So I'm gonna tell y'all, one of the things that happens a lot, especially with people that have a lot of kids or that are selling kids, the tax preparers will do these returns and they're fraudulent tax preparers, but they'll take a cut, they'll take a percentage. So let's say you're getting back 10 grand. They might charge you a 10% fee and take it out of your return. That's illegal, by the way, but it still happens a lot because nobody's thinking about the fee because they're like, man, I just got 10 G's. I got 10 racks. So I'm not even focused on that. And people prey on a lot of those folks, and it's sad.
So let's just say I want to rid myself of going to the franchise tax people, H&R Block or whatever. I want to come to you. And then you think to yourself, yeah, but he doesn't know all my tax history. And all I'm giving right now is I have my W-9s and that's all I've ever given, or W-2s or whatever it is. How do you get to know my tax history? Can you run it? And if I give you the permission to run my social security number, and then you can see the tax history and what happened the years before, what I owe and stuff like that?
So what happens with me, just for regular tax clients, and they'll bring ideally their last 2 tax returns. They'll bring them in. Sometimes, though, the situation may be more complex. And so then I'll do like you just suggested, Mike. I'll get your transcripts, your IRS official tax transcripts.
Right.
Your social security number. You're giving permission to pull them, and I'm able to see your tax history for a certain amount of years. Whatever years you give me authorization to pull.
And that just seems to be safer because then you can know the history of it, and then we could build a relationship and go from there.
Sometimes it's definitely safer.
Right.
There's usually an additional cost for that as well. So
okay.
A lot of people don't necessarily opt for that.
Speaking of old taxes, it looked like one of the questions was, how long do you keep old taxes? Like, I got taxes from 10 years ago, 15. How long do you keep those?
So the official rule, I want to say, is 3 years. But I tell everybody now, keep them forever. We have digital storage. We got Google Drive, Dropbox. Your files don't take that long.
Because can't the IRS come back and even though you filed taxes and you've gotten a return for a specific year, can't they come back and audit you and take it back?
It
tell
depends.
you owe money?
It depends. Sometimes, a lot of times, yes. But if your taxes were done right and everything was fine, you won't have to worry about that. If they were done wrong and they want to go back and pull them up and do an audit, then yeah, you have to worry about it.
Another
that's one of those. That's one of those. It depends type situations.
Somebody asked about sales taxes. How do you handle the sales taxes on items? Like when you pay sales tax as a business, do you write that off too?
Just on the subtotal. Yeah. So if you claim it in your revenue or your sales numbers, yes, you get to write it off. I want to tell everybody though, right? Because I know we got a lot of e-commerce people, a lot of side hustlers. Sales tax is not your money. Sales tax is not your money. So when you collect that sales tax, it's best to pay it to your taxing agency or your Nexus as soon as possible. I've seen a lot of businesses get in trouble by not paying their sales tax. Shut down, actually.
Let's just say I'm a comedian, and after the show, well, I am a comedian, but hypothetically, I'm taking for somebody else.
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly, I'm a comedian. I'm funny as hell. September 4th, it goes down Tyler, Texas. Me and Rodney Perry. Just for the hell of it, just let y'all know y'all can get them tickets at majestic.net. Listen, so I'm selling T-shirts after the show. When does it get serious where you're like, I can't keep just stashing this side money? Like, is there a certain amount where you go like, well, I'm starting to make like, let's say $1,000 a show just off the T-shirts. What's your advice? Like when
you ain't reporting that. Well, what he saying? He said $1.
$1. You made $1. It's a business. Start keeping track.
Start keeping track. But so once you make that first dollar, that's when you need to, when I come to you, I go like, Financial Rebel, I only made $995 in profit off of t-shirts.
And you probably do that at every show, right?
Well, let's just say.
So you made $995 for the year.
For the year.
T-shirt sales.
Yeah, just let's just say for the year. Does that, at that $995, you're going to look at me like, we're not going to worry about that? Or are you going to put that? Oh, we are going to report that.
Absolutely. Because here's the thing. You made $995, but how much did it cost to get the shirts designed? How much did it cost to get the shirts printed? How much did it cost to get the shirts shipped? Right? All of that comes into play. You might not have made any money at the end of the day, but we should still report it.
So for the bookkeeping, is there a good app that you recommend to track sales? That's another question. I know my wife found one that we've been using. But is there a good app?
I use QuickBooks Online.
QuickBooks Online.
I'm a certified QuickBooks wholesaler.
Is that free? Is that a free one? Is it free? You got to pay money for it.
No, it's not free. We're running a business. Let's get free out of our vocabulary.
So with those, you just take a picture of your receipt, of every receipt that you have, and it just stores it for you?
So with QuickBooks, I actually advise everybody to do this right now. This goes into being audit proof. And again, what's audit proof? Making sure that when you file your tax returns, if the IRS says this looks a little fishy, you can defend against it. And so going back to your question, Mike, in QuickBooks, I have people take pictures of a receipt. Matter of fact, I got one here that I was supposed to do. I forgot, but take pictures of your receipts and store it in QuickBooks, tag it in with your transactions. A lot of people don't realize this, and it's not always practiced, but the IRS doesn't necessarily have to take your bank statements. Oftentimes, they want to see your receipt to make sure that this is a legit business expense.
Right.
So just keep that in mind. I would definitely take pictures of the receipts in your QuickBooks, there's a bunch of other apps too, right? FreshBooks, Xero is another one a lot of people like that people can use.
How much is the QuickBooks a month? Like, how much do they charge you? Is it
anywhere from, let's say, it depends on what you're doing, but anywhere from, let's say, $30 to $60 a month. It's not a lot of money.
Gotcha. So,
but I will say this, right? Because when you're first starting out, you're getting it from the mud. All of those little things add up. So
yeah, they do.
Why some people won't do it. I get it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to. If I'm gonna get that, I gotta drop Disney Plus.
You can't drop HBO Max or Disney Plus.
It's either Netflix or Disney Plus, and I don't really watch Disney Plus that much.
Listen, get rid of Netflix and just get on somebody else's account.
But I'm not dropping Netflix. I got things I got to do, and HBO Max. I got NFL Hard Knocks. Like, I'm trying, But
it's okay to
any of that material for your bits and your shirts.
It's okay to use the free one though, that you can put in each receipt and each price, and then save. And like, it's okay to do that still too, though, right? To save that $30 to $60 a month.
It is, but here's the thing: if we're going into business, right? I love business, right? Business is probably the easiest, not the easiest way, but one of the best ways to truly become wealthy. It's not an expense. It's an investment. You're investing into your business. At the end of the year, when you come to see me or somebody like me to bring your taxes to, all you got to do is print out a report. If you maintain it throughout the year. Throughout the year also, if you are running your business, you get to see if the business is actually making sense. If it's actually making money. You have to monitor and track all that. So I would suggest, it's okay to do the free at first. I get it, but if you get to a certain point, or you got to watch a whole bunch of ads and it's taking up a whole bunch of time.
Come on, Jay, just drop Disney Plus.
Yeah.
You got
to give a little.
Don't want to make sacrifices.
There's a question.
You just got to drop the NFL Network for a while. That's all. Like, dog, it's $30 to save you tax problems, to actually have evidence.
Just stop, taking money. So you should be good there, Jay.
Another good question from my IG real quick. It said, if you audited, do the IRS use social media to build the case against you?
Absolutely.
What do they do?
Wow.
See, the IRS.
A lot of these celebrities who got this.
You can't be with the money with the phone on, like it's a phone. You can't be with the money phone on your ear.
Let's repeat: the smart celebrities that I have interviewed on radio refuse to speak about anything financial on what and we always used to think they were being humble, and off the air they were like, "Dog, IRS is listening to everything. Everything. So anytime you stunting with a Bentley or you stunting with something on your IG live or you got the new chain, you got 12 new chains, and you better make sure that your accountant, like Jay-Z can do this. He's got an accountant team, even a Rick Ross. But some of y'all are sitting there with $100,000 around your neck.
But here's the thing. If it's legit, if it's a real business expense, yeah, you could do it. When Floyd Mayweather spends all this money out in the clubs or whatever, it's marketing. It's promotions to a certain degree. So if it's legit, the problem comes in when you are being fraudulent. For example, there's a case that comes to mind. This lady called herself the queen of tax refunds a couple years ago.
We know where this is going.
We already know that's bad. We already hear this queen refund nonsense.
So she was finding people who had died using their social security numbers and applying for the tax refunds under her. Got killed, right? Well, I mean, people that got killed. She put a picture of her kid's birthday party where they spent like $20,000, $30,000 on the party. Like a 2 or 3 year old, under 5 years old. But that was one of the things they used in her case to find her. And she got roofed, like literally. So no.
Wasn't she on Trap Queens?
Wow.
I think her story was on Trap Queens.
It was. I think it was. There's a couple. There's a couple on there.
So, Financial Rep, we had a question. Kev said, will you be publishing your own book with your gems of knowledge to sell to consumers?
Absolutely. I plan on doing it. I just got to make the time to do it.
Oh.
COVID.
Do an ebook. Do an ebook.
Well, yeah. And I kind of have one already done. I just got to go through, and I'm a perfectionist. So it's taking.
You can do an audio book. I mean, you already got the voice.
I thought about that. Well, you about to be my manager, Mo.
You don't want that. You don't want that problem.
I don't want that.
No, you don't want that problem. Because traffic could be crazy at some point. I'm playing. Mo, when it comes to strategy and stuff like that, she will open you up for a gang of stuff for real. Other than taxes, if somebody wants you and like, can you be my accountant basically 365 days a year? Is there a price? Is there a retainer like monthly, or do you just go pay me this for the year, or like how do you go about something like that? Because I'm about to be rich. I'm about to be rich, and I need somebody to go to.
It depends on your level of business, right? A lot of people, I'll be honest, I do it for some folks. It's a lot of work, and people really don't want to do it because it takes discipline. But at the lowest. Just for bookkeeping, let's say I do your bookkeeping, their basic package is about $500 a month, just to start. Because again, I got to go through all your categories, get them all set up and situated, and then we have to meet quarterly, sometimes monthly, to go over the strategy.
And
I do it. I love to do it, but again, I can only do it with certain people.
And then the amazing thing is that the relationship. Let's just say that a person would have with you, like you really know my personal financial business.
Yeah.
Like if there's something going on the sidelines that I'm spending money on, like Listen, know
I got a guy who spends a minimum of $300 to $500 a week on weed, and he wonder why he's broke, but he's not really broke.
Have you ever came across anybody that has a mistress bill, like somebody?
You got a tricking budget, yes.
Okay,
a tricking budget.
A tricking budget.
Allegedly.
Alleged entertainment. It's called entertainment.
So how could one write that off?
You can't. Well,
wait, you can't write off it.
If you want to hire them as your secretary or your gardener, or you got to do some kind of work though.
Yeah,
they put their work. They put their work.
I always wonder how you do that. Like, how do you write off, like, your sneaky links or your, I mean, because it is a bill.
It can be.
You taking them out to eat. You getting hotel rooms. How can you finagle? No, I'm asking for a friend.
What if she's the coordinator of all your oral presentations? Like, is that a job title?
She's the coordinator.
That's a good question, Michael Shawn.
I just want to know. Is that
hopefully she's good at your oral presentations.
Yeah, and she sets them all up for me. Like she.
And then she definitely can be an employee.
No, but what I'm saying is like,
hopefully you document every time the oral presentation is given as well.
Jesus, my God! You know what? That's why my jersey's in the Raptors. I'm out the game. Another Kevin hit you with that. Have you thought about having your gem seen and heard on Roku TV? Well, he's on Roku TV right now. Yeah. Fire Stick TV, Amazon TV. Well, he's on there right now to reach millions of potential new customers. Well, he's on there right now, Kev. Like
I'm trying to get you your own show.
I want to put like all my YouTube and all my stuff on Roku and Amazon. I don't know how to do it. How do people find you? I guess it's just another way to promote it, right? But yeah, I would do it. I'm on YouTube. Why not?
Well, basically, you would have your own streaming channel, Media Room 360 TV, and you would go to your streaming channel on your smart TV, and you would put it in. So let's say it was Financial Rebel. Financial Rebel TV would be on there, and then it's just a channel, and it would come right up, just like it's behind me right now on that screen. And the way they can see it is just putting in Media Room 360 TV, and they see the show live. So it's not the funny thing is, Rebel, the same way you feel about doing stuff like that is the same way we feel about taxes. We're like, what is all this other little stuff that you guys do that make us so scared, but it seems so second nature to you, and it doesn't seem like a big deal. The fact that you can personally get at you, and if you guys are making a substantial amount of money, and I shouldn't say substantial, if you want him to be your personal accountant, you can get at him. Give him your information one more time so they can get at you.
Again, you can find me here on social media, Instagram. You could also call me at 484-482-0823. Again, 484-482-0823.
Now, if I have a meeting at a strip club, that's still a meeting. It doesn't matter
that works. That's a meeting. Business
it's a meeting.
Allegedly, right? Allegedly, strip clubs have great food. Allegedly,
they have great wings and steak.
And this year, 100% of not entertainment, but dining, restaurant bills are 100%. You can write them off. So 100%? If you want to have dinner at a business dinner, like a legitimate business dinner,
just talk any business
club, you can write it off. It's legitimate. But let me tell you how to audit proof it. On your receipt, make sure you write down on the receipt. You got to keep the receipt. Who you met with, the date, the reason for meeting, and the purpose, like the business purpose of the meeting. Example, me and Shawn went to dinner. I brought in the special Hooter wings.
Right.
And we want to do business because I'm going to be on a show, which will help me generate more business, hopefully.
Right.
I took a picture of that, put it on my QuickBooks, and now I got it. So if the IRS ever challenges those bills, I have them right there in this document. One last thing on that. People who are frauding usually don't do good work in the rearview mirror, meaning that they have a hard time recreating the stuff later on.
Right.
And not just criminals, everyday people.
Right.
You're not going to remember what happened a year ago when me and Mike had dinner. We're probably going to forget it. So do it now.
It's like a contract. You're writing it out and it's there. Boom, it's submitted. You ain't got to worry about trying to.
The IRS knows that. The IRS, the government, is not as dumb as people think, and you're not as slick as you think you are. They've seen a lot of this stuff. They come across it all the time.
Now, would the champagne room, would that actually would that be included as entertainment?
As long as they serve food in the champagne room.
Got you.
But there's definitely a plate of wings.
Just making sure. Okay, this has been phenomenal. This has been the opposite of boring. This has been mentally stimulating. Let me pause. Mentally stimulating. I think we've given out gems to people. I think people realize that trying to get over probably ain't the way to go. It'd be better for you to do the work that it takes to write down the receipts and actually have a meeting about an actual thing that's going on in your business. Also, if you're making money, you can have this man he can handle your books for a price. For a price, because he's working every month getting your stuff together. If you want him as your personal financial advisor, I guess. Is that right to say financial advisor?
You can say that for here. That's fine.
That's fine. He will know all your business. So he will know. Yeah, he will know.
Financially naked.
Yeah, you will be financially naked in front of him, and if you have kids out of state that nobody knows about, he will know about them.
Yes, but it's funny, right? Not only are they financially naked, a lot of times they got to get emotionally naked as well. So it's very intimate.
Are you a therapist? What do you mean they got to get emotional?
You probably tell them what they can't do, what they don't have the money to do, and what they need to stop spending their money on, what you need to stop doing. You ain't rich. I know you think you rich, but you ain't rich. And yeah, so I know that's very vulnerable. I mean, you lending yourself, you're lending yourself.
It's only vulnerable if you got a tremendous ego. Like
if you work every day and then you got somebody telling you, you ain't got the money to spend, or the money to blow on that, right?
But see, if your ego gets hit by that, I can't relate to you, because if he tells me something like that, I'm going like, thank God you told me, and thank God he told me that I need this 2021 Honda Accord and I don't need this 4-door Range Rover. That you need. Like, you don't need that. You need that. And I love Honda Accords. No diss to Honda Accords. I love Honda Accords.
I love Honda, but their Range Rover is pretty too. The maintenance on them. Oh God,
the maintenance. Yeah.
Yeah. The oil change on a Range Rover is $1,500. Like, play if you want.
Just the diagnostic alone. Yeah.
Every Monday, it's Money Mondays. This man right here will help you. And any questions, if you have any last-second questions, you got a minute or two right now. If you want to hit me on my IG Live, if you want to get a question in there real quick. Tax season all year round.
And I got a tip for you, Mike. You said Monty's working now. She's 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're not going to be claiming. You're not getting full credit on your taxes anyway. So you ain't going to be claiming her like that. So just my tax advice to you.
See, unlike everybody else.
Wait, he said it's not true. He said it's not true though.
It's not true.
What if she doesn't make enough money? If she doesn't make enough money,
as long as she's under 12,000, he could still. If she's under 12,000, I do that.
Well, for a dependent, there is no real money. There's no money cap for that. It's his daughter. She lives with him.
But 17, he's not getting full credit when you turn 17. Though you ain't getting the full credit, right?
Really? Would you like for me to demonstrate for you on some tax returns?
Oh,
maybe we can talk about this next Monday. Then we
he told you.
We're getting into that next
Jay
Monday.
Black, pie in your face, son. Oh, Jay always think he an authority on some shit. That's why they call him the financial rebel.
Because I thought it was like 1,000 full credit, and they get like 500. You only get like partial credit if they under, but then they work in.
So that comes into play when we're talking about college tuition, the child tax credit, but you still get to claim them. So
all right, we'll get into that.
He don't want to talk about it now. Financial rebel.
We'll save that. We'll save that for next week.
No, he don't even want to talk about it now. He want to run from the fight. No, we got time, son.
We got 60 more. We got allegedly. We got to do something.
Financial rebel, let him have it. Let him have it.
45 hour.
We got to take a break.
Oh, financial rebel said.
Thanks for coming by.
He said, "Get out my field. Get out my field. You don't know nothing about nothing."
I'm gonna reach out to you later though on the real, a couple things.
And I'm also gonna call you on for real. Thank you, Financial Rebel. Make sure y'all get in touch with him every Monday. He is on the show. We'll take a 3.5 minute break. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Oh, he told you, Jay. He was all up in your. Jay tried to get up. Jay overstepped his boundaries. He overstepped his boundaries. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out.
We're just going to sing.
Then I got to go. I'm still going to have to go with Mike.
Okay.
You and I was made for pain. We must bring salvation back. I mean, you know, how this guy was just.
You gotta finish that. Finish that line, Johnny.
You gotta finish it, Johnny. You gotta finish it. You gotta finish it. Come on.
Wait. Jay Black still doing the.
There is love. I'll be there. Don't you know, baby? Yeah. Come on. I'll be there. I'll be there. honey. Yes. Just call my name.
Get into it.
And I'll be there.
Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Yeah. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. First of all, let me just explain Jay Black. Jay Black, he went to the Penn Relays when he was like in the 7th or 8th grade.
Yep.
And then after that, he started stealing cars.
Oh. I went through a phase as a teenager, Claudia. You get with the wrong crowd. You get with the wrong crowd, and you pick up bad behaviors, and you see fast money, and you think that's the road to go, and then you learn. You hit 18, you become adult.
No, Claudia.
You're good.
I love when you try to downplay Grand Theft Auto because I dated this guy.
We got to get back to the track thing, but real quick,
Right.
Claudia, you don't understand. Jay Black actually stole a car, and when he kept it so long, he changed the oil on the bitch.
No,
and
it wasn't oil. It was
you
the
did
brake.
change the
It was
oil.
the brakes.
Oh, he
It
got
was
the brakes
brake.
changed, and mind you, he still had the pliers in the ignition to turn the bitch on. So he literally took the car to get the brakes changed with the pliers in the ignition and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna need the front brakes changed." This is it
was just that one car. That one car was really special, and I kept it longer than I should have. I was foolish, Claudia.
God.
You live and you learn. That was dumb. I know.
So you're very considerate and responsible carjacker.
Yes, I want to make sure I'm safe on the road. I don't want to cause him. Yes, you understood me as a kid.
His inspection sticker on the stolen car, on his defense, was up to date. Like
You know what?
he did.
I gotta say it. There's black people and then there's niggas. And right now, you giving me N-word.
Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Yeah. We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do.
Michael Shawn wears
tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Yeah. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Every day.
Mike Shawn wears
tight shirts. To the gym or wherever.
tight shirts.
Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, Michael Shawn and We the Worst Records, Pluto, Aristotle, and P Skills have just destroyed or created another perfectly horrible song. Yeah. Check out the next single, Grown Man Wearing Skinny Jeans.
That's it, bro. Mix it up. Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
Tap in, tap in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends on a Monday morning. We have made another Monday morning. Jay Black, Sexy Mo. Shawnee Scott allegedly is coming up. All right, y'all. So yesterday, I just want to say this real quick. Did I mention Six Flags yesterday to anybody here?
Six Flags.
Nope.
All right. I did say it earlier. Go ahead.
But I didn't mention like the scenario that went on at Six Flags. I just got to tell this real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, there are certain milestones in your life where you start realizing you're maturing or just getting effing older. Like you're just getting older. You just know. Like I realized yesterday, there's a concert called Summer Jam that happens every year at Hot 97. It's probably the biggest hip hop concert in the country that happens every year in Giant Stadium. I think it's called MetLife Stadium now. That holds like 70,000 people. And I watched the highlights from it, and it's amazing. Like, if you have ever been to a Summer Jam, it's an amazing concert to go to. I knew I was getting older when I watched the clips, and I got a headache.
What, with the artist, the artist that's performing?
It was It was just loud. There was just a whole lot.
Just loud?
It was just a whole lot going on. It was just a whole lot.
A lot of noise.
A guy named CJ. It was a whole bunch of dudes and
Lil Nim performing. Lil Nim.
It was international stars that came out, and it was just loud. And I was just like, and I was trying to rock with it. And I was like, I think I've been to 3 of them, and it was just loud. So yesterday when I went to Six Flags with my girls and Stacy, Amani, Kale, and Autumn, Amani's a daredevil, and she wants to go. Amani's goal is to get on every roller coaster in the park. There is no ifs. If she's not on every roller coaster in the park, the day is a failure. So I thought I was going to have to get the flash pass where you cut the line because I'm not waiting in line an hour. Well, the great thing is that we went yesterday, and for those who don't know, in Jersey, a storm was supposed to be coming. So we went to Six Flags regardless.
Oh, y'all said y'all ain't care about Henry? Y'all ain't care about Henry? Hurricane Henry was coming.
Hornery, I don't think it's Henry, but yeah.
Andre, Henry, whatever it is, we didn't give a about it, and we went, and it was empty
because of that.
Got on every effing ride within a minute. Like, we just walked into every ride and got on, so we had to pay for the flash pass. Now the thing that was bad about this is that Manny now could hit every roller coaster, and the only person that was getting on, because the twins wasn't, I think.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, hold up.
Banana hollow.
This is literally.
He said the twins wasn't getting on, so Monty wanted to get on.
It was just me. It was just me and Monty. I literally can't touch this fucking microphone. So fucking irritating.
All right.
You know, Jay Black is over there having a whole panic attack.
So ridiculous.
Flipping, freaking.
Spent all this money on a goddamn microphone.
Darn. Skipping. Darn tooting.
Monty, I'm in the moment now. Monty's getting on. Y'all beat the system. Come on.
So we beat the system. We got to get on every roller coaster. So Monty's like, we're going to get on every roller coaster, Dad. I said, I'm about that life. You know, like, I'm sitting there going, like, I'm about it. Like, it's whatever. Like, you only do this because I gave you the genes to do this. I've been doing this my entire life. Like, I've been getting to Six Flags at the crack of dawn before it opens up. Like, even in my liquor-induced states, I've literally bought a pint of Absolute and still got there before it opened up and still walked in there and got on every damn ride. So the first roller coaster we get on is called Nitro. And the first roller coaster we get on is the Joker, because once you walk in, the Joker's there. And I got on the Joker and I realized I kind of wasn't built for it. And I was like, okay, this may not be what I thought. And then we went to Nitro. And Nitro is the first roller coaster that I've gotten on that I wasn't scared, I was frightened. And there's a different feeling when you're frightened. I have never gone that high up ever in life and looked to the left and looked to the right, and I literally thought I saw Russia. Like, from the right, I looked.
Wait, what?
You were so high up.
That's high.
Dude, the drop was so sick that when my stomach, you know, when your stomach drops, there's a portion when it stops dropping, it never stopped. And it was the first roller coaster I literally closed my eyes. I couldn't take it.
Wow.
No, Nitro is the absolute beast of all beasts. And when we got off the roller coaster, now I realize I ain't even got time to recover, because normally you got to sit in line for 30 minutes. Mine is just like, oh, now we got to go to Superman. Oh, now we got to go to Batman. After Nitro, yo, my stomach was still on Nitro. Like literally, Stacy was looking at me.
Like you got off and your stomach was still
my
there?
stomach was still on Nitro. Thought I have never been that scared in my life. We hit 9, I think it was between 7 and 8 roller coasters. After Nitro, everything else was nothing. Like after Nitro, everything else was nothing. But when I tell you today, when I tell you I came home and went straight to sleep, like we got home, I'm not built for these roller coasters one after one after one after one after one. But I did it. I did it. I knocked it out. I knocked it out and shout, you know.
One for the team. You took one for the family.
You saved money on fast passes because it wasn't crowded because people were safe and avoiding the storm, but not Mike and the family.
No. You gotta hold up. And then when we went to park, when you pay for parking, I swear on everything, I'm not making this up. The kids are my witness. The white dude, I went into the line. The white dude said, "Did you get your tickets online?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Yeah, I trust you. Keep going."
Wow.
Okay. And I kept going. I was like,
hey.
Dude,
God bless you, young man.
I don't know what was going on yesterday. I'm not even going to say the state the Six Flags was in. I'm just saying I didn't pay for parking. I didn't pay for the fast pass. And then come to find out, if you don't buy your tickets online, the online tickets are $33 a pop. Now, normally, so I say, well, we're going to buy the tickets at the window. The lady was like, they were $79 a piece, but $33 online. So guess who got on my phone and did the online? How is that disparity? Like, how can you make it $79 a piece? And I got 5 people with me. Look, it's whatever. Anyway, all right.
Online is the way to go nowadays with everything.
Online is the way to go. The flash pass, you got to do the fast pass. But go to every amusement park when there's a chance of a huge storm coming. And I promise you.
That's not smart. No.
I promise you.
I don't think that's the best method to save some money.
If there's a hurricane barreling down and it won't be there for 2 days, get to the amusement park and you will get on every
get on that tallest roller coaster.
And get on the tallest roller coaster. Hold up.
You too leave your stomach when you get off.
Hold up. We were so ridiculous. Like the kids were like, why are some of these roller coasters closed? And I didn't want to say nothing.
The danger storm.
I was like, we here now. Everybody get on the rides. We here now. We don't understand why the safari closed. No, we here.
Yeah.
You gotta protect the animals. I don't know what's going on. Why that's closed.
Oh man.
Get into it. Allegedly with Sexy Bo. Let's go. Oh man,
we have time?
You ain't got a lot of time. But
yeah,
we're supposed to be rapping right now. Maybe one story.
Do one story.
Well, I did tell you guys that Young Miami had came up. Her friends spilled all her tea. Young Miami from the City Girls. Well, apparently, as quick as it started, it's ended. Rumors are reporting that her and Diddy are no longer co-mingling together. So I guess there goes her $250,000 spending budget for the month.
Wait a minute. I saw the pictures of them together. So he was giving her $250.
So her friends said that, her inner friends or inner circles are saying that she had a budget of $250,000 a month to spend that Diddy was giving her, like an allowance.
And if you would have kept
need to date him for a month,
and if you would have kept your stupid dummy mouth shut and not told your stupid dummy hood rats who be stupid dummy twerking for free, who be stupid dummy getting these dudes and they be thinking it's popping because they get them some shoes. You had a $250,000 budget on all your stupid dummy ass. And trust me, in 2 years we're not going to know you anymore. City girls, be clear. Pay attention.
They said these rich N-words throwing paper.
Hey.
Enjoy that Twerkulator song. That is the height of your career. That's the height. It's over after that.
They said City Girls is a movement.
It's It's not a movie.
Young Miami. Well, Young Miami done lost $250,000 a month spending, and that wasn't included. That was just her personal spending. They were saying, not the other stuff that Diddy was still lavishing her with. Yeah.
Girl, she's stupid.
You stupid dummy. You're not even making money. The record label's raping you right now. We already know the game. You're not making money, and you blew $250,000 a month because you couldn't shut your mouth up and follow directions.
I wouldn't have told nobody. Shawn, you dating Diddy? Nah, girl.
I would have
put a marketing plan together for him. That's all.
I would. Well, first of all, Shawnee always take it too far. When Diddy look at her, and Shawnee's brilliant. Shawnee's a brilliant. She's a brilliant business person, but she gonna take the billionaire. Yo, I got a marketing plan. That you just gotta play your part. That's all you gotta do.
Sit back, look pretty, let your brown skin glow.
If you're a guy and J-Lo's giving you a $250,000 per diem a month, shut up. Just shut and get every Instagram post approved.
So she's the first nominee for Stupid Dummy of the Week, because every Friday we have our nominees.
Yeah,
we might have to add her. She might be in the mix.
Dummy of the Week.
She is the Stupid Dummy of the Week. She's the Stupid Dummy of the month.
Stupid dummy.
So blow that.
She get to go up against the Walgreens then, because we gotta see if she takes over for the Walgreens girl.
No, at least the Walgreens girl never had a chance to be rich. You know what, Diddy? Can you imagine a city girl be like, "Did you hear my song Time for the Twerkulator?" And Diddy's giggling, going like, "Sweetie, I've had those songs done in my sleep. Like we did that with like Craig Mack, like everybody." And she didn't even get pregnant. You could have at least been smart and got pregnant.
Pregnant on purpose.
She ran her mouth a little bit too much to her friends, and her friends ain't her friends, because her friends was telling all the blogs her business. So
what's
her
her
friends
name?
ain't really her friends. Young Miami.
Jeez, now you got to find yourself another rapper. You got to find yourself another rapper that Diddy can't intimidate. Now you got to find somebody.
Diddy's a mogul. Where you going? I mean,
now you got to find you got to hope 50 Cent like you, because 50 Cent ain't scared of nobody. Like you got to hope 50 like you, and he not gonna like you. First of all, Diddy, we was wondering what the hell Diddy was doing with a girl that was with city girls. Like Diddy
likes some young though. You know, Diddy likes some young.
Crazy.
He likes some young, but again, he likes arm candy. She's cute, and so there it is. She done messed up a bag, and what if Diddy likes boys and girls?
Diddy likes a chick old enough for him to have sex with and young enough to teach him how to right. Like he needs it right in the middle. Like I don't know what. God said, Young Miami. God bless, girl. Give us one more story. She's definitely a nominee for Stupid Dummy of the Week. She's definitely there.
I'll tell you one person who
with the track star. With the track star
dummy. When we talking about money, and that's Soulja Boy. We talk about him, we give him a hard way to go, but right now he is ranting and raving about Atari, the gaming system. They've had a long run, longevity in the gaming industry, and so apparently, it's this whole big beef where he was claiming that he was the CEO of the company, and petty as Twitter gets. Atari came back and said, "Yeah, Soulja Boy, you ain't the CEO. Wade Rosen's the CEO." And so he got mad. He said, "Well, don't call me trying to get me to help you revamp your company. Don't call me to try to get me to to boost your sales." And a lot of people don't know that Soulja Boy has his own games. Like even before his success, he got in the game early with gaming. And he's been very, very successful at it.
All right, he got into the game early compared to rappers.
Right.
Yeah, compared to rappers.
In comparison to his peers.
Sometimes I know white people got to be like, God, it's really hard doing business with y'all. Like, let's just say he was the CEO and they wanted to keep it under wraps. Like they just wanted to keep it, like nobody knows who the CEO of companies are unless they're rappers.
Right.
or they're the main dude, like they're Bill Gates. Like nobody knows who Bill Gates' cohorts are who run the company. They know Bill Gates and they know
got to stunt for the grand. What do you mean? They gotta let them know.
Like
Soulja
dog,
Boy,
like
tell them.
no. We want your. Let's just say Soulja Boy was right, and they wanted his expertise. We want your expertise. We want to pay you for that.
His connection to
but
the
culture. But just like Young Miami, just shut up. Just do the job and cop this check. Like, what is it? Why is it necessary to tell everybody?
He feel like they need him. He don't need them. And he, I guess he expected for them to just kind of like let it fly and not, be on social media clapping back at him and kind of embarrassing him in front of everybody.
And this is why there'll never be a rapper as any influential part of Instagram. They'll never bring anybody into their company unless it's Jay-Z, where Jay-Z won't even be on it. Because the rest of y'all fools will be right there on IG Live talking about, yeah, I'm the new CEO at Instagram. If you need something, holla at me. I can make it happen. I can pull all the strings. I can make your live pop. I can, no, because nobody, God, just being quiet about stuff is amazing. Like, just cop the check. Just deposit the I literally won't tell. I promise I won't tell. Like J-Lo, holla at me. I promise I won't tell. I promise. And maybe I'm shooting too high with J-Lo. Maybe give me a person who's female who's famous, but like a Holly Berry. I wouldn't tell. Like, you ain't gotta worry. I won't even tell. Look, I won't even tell Jay Black in real life. Like, Jay Black is just gonna wonder, why is this extra money coming in? Like,
dang, you see, Mike got some upgrades to the house. Mike, and you see that new whip Mike got. Dang,
hey, I'm driving Lyft. I'm driving Lyft and Uber.
I switch over.
I'm switching over. Yeah,
I got both apps running.
I got both apps running, and I would really do it. I would keep my mouth shut.
Oh man!
Like even Nikki, like not Nikki, because Nikki just like I wouldn't want to.
Nikki got a lot of things going on right now.
I don't want to do. Nikki's like that's a
whole.
Nikki might tell.
Yeah, Nikki might. She might snitch on me.
She might.
Who is he?
Mike Shawn.
I'm thinking about like
let's
an
say Oprah type.
Yeah, like an Oprah. Just keep your mouth shut.
Listen, if I was smashing Oprah, I would keep my mouth shut. Okay.
Yeah. Well, like, be open, but yeah,
that's the ultimate.
That would be open. Like your lips would be chapped, but you'd be good.
With all that money, I would invest in chapstick stock.
But the Young Miami chick,
you told Harpo to eat me.
Yes,
she's a cute girl.
She is cute.
Listen, I'm taking notes off of Gail. You seen Gail? Gail ain't missing no meals.
No, Young Miami.
And Gail got a good job.
Gail got a good job. Kept her mouth shut. You can't get Gail to tell her to do a tell-all book. You can't tell. Man, you can go to Gail and be like, we got $200 million to do a tell-all. She'll be like, you out your damn mind.
Yeah.
You ain't never hearing nothing about nothing. All right. Young Miami, you have nominated for Stupid Dummy of the Week. And Sha'Carri, is that her name? Sha'Carri. You were nominated also for Stupid Dummy of the Week for your rant. I think you topped the Walgreens girl. I think you actually, because the Walgreens girl wasn't really popping for nothing when she walked in there. Like, life wasn't good for her when she walked into Walgreens.
It was all bad already.
Like, wasn't that?
Well, who has it more over Sha'Carri or Young Miami?
We're trying to think. We're just doing nominations now.
Right now, this week, that's probably
we're just doing early in the week.
It's only Monday and we got two.
Only Monday. Two of the biggest L's right there.
And we got to be fair because those are two women, so we're gonna have to get some men for these Stupid Dummies nominees for tomorrow.
And there are plenty of them out there, Mike.
Yeah. All right. So we'll rock.
Boy is one.
Oh, Soulja Boy. Blowing that Atari check. Yes, Soulja Boy right there. God damn. Thank you, Shawnee. Thank you. All right, let's wrap this up. We're going to see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We rock out Michael Shawn and Takeover Legends. I know people like, well, what about the West Coast? It's just earlier. I don't do the math. It's just
3 hours earlier or 2 hours earlier. It depends on where you're at. There you go.
3 for Vegas, I think. Yeah.
And hopefully Hopefully, I might get this mic today and check this out. Or maybe I'll just tape it up. Jay want me to tape it up, but once I tape up a microphone, I throw it away because I can't do the tape up. I can't. Like, it makes me feel raggedy. It just makes me feel like I should have a box of Section 8 cheese next to me that I cut with a big knife. And it takes 3 hours to make a grilled cheese because it's got to melt down that cheese, even in the George Foreman. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that and understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second, and you fight for everything else. Fight for your happiness. Let no one take that from you. September 4th, Tyler, Texas, Rodney Perry, Michael Shawn. It's going down. Lamar Jones. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where nothing's